Okay. Oh my god, my audio's fucked up. Oh shit. Yo, gang, let's go. Scuffed out the hospital. Okay, alright, okay, cool. Hi, Gray and Joy! Good luck on your exams, dude. Oh my god, big love. I have my, well, I don't have exams, I have essays. They're all papers. All my midterms are papers and projects. Anyways, what's up? Hi, Sane. Hi, Glitch. Hi, Zay. Hi, Kit. Welcome in, guys. Alright, so, sorry, today's gonna be really fucking scuffed. It's our first episode of Chimera Canvas, chat. This is gonna be a new art collab series that I am doing. Our first guest today is gonna be the lovely Mango Framer. But real quick, before we get started on that, I just want to explain how this is gonna work, the rules, the premise, the ideas. Anyways, so, I hope you guys all had a great day. Hope you guys have all had a great week so far. Welcome in. So yeah, this is our first episode of Chimera Canvas. It's gonna be a little bit of a more cozy-ish art podcasty style vibe kind of stream. Basically, I bring a guest here every time we do the show, and I pretty much set up like interview questions, very podcast interviewee style. While we work on our art. And you guys might be like, okay, well, what art are we working on? So the art that we're working on, I have a massive list. Massive. You know what else is massive? Okay. I have a massive list of art prompts, random words, all this other shit, on an RNG. And we both spin, do our little lottery, do our little lottery spins, you know? Our little slot machine spins. First thing, and we spin 5 times. We get 5 random word prompts that the other person doesn't know of, and then we pick 2 of them, and we gotta draw something, create something, make music, video, animation, creature, weapon, setting, clothes, whatever. Literally, it's not limited to illustration artists or character designers or any of that. I will be having guests in the future who might specialize in logo design or graphic design, or maybe I'll bring someone who does music over one day or something. But yeah, basically pick random words, and we're given that prompt, those two prompts that we choose out of the 5, and we're gonna work on that however we see throughout the entire runtime of the stream, runtime of the show, which is roughly going to be around 3 hours. And then after that, we're going to do a little reveal to the other person, and then they're going to have to, we're going to have to try to guess each other's prompts. Nothing high stakes, just little fun, little dumb game at the end. But yeah, I had a lot of stuff. Obviously, this was a little rushed from my part, so I do apologize for everyone. On my side and Mango's side, because obviously I had that unexpected hospitalization, and I was caught back a little bit this week. But you know what? We're still gonna run it. We're still gonna go. So yeah. Anyways, that's the premise. That's the run. That's the roll, chat. And that will be honestly very repetitive as I start to explain it at the beginning of every single Chimera Canvas from now on with other guests. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna go undeafen and go bring Mango in there. Beep bop. Beep beep. Bop bop. Okay. And then what else did I need? All right, right here. Okay. All right, hopefully you guys are all coolio. All good. Thank you so much for the shout out. I appreciate it. Let me. All right, nice. All right, everything's connected. Everything's good. I think let's minimize the scuff. I think I might have to re-explain the premise to Mango's chat. I kind of forgot about that. Anyways, I'm gonna ask you guys to audio test as well, chat. So you know. All right. Nah, we're not gonna co-stream. Then I'd have to restart. Mango's still deaf, and I don't know if he remembers.
Hello?
Israel check, thank you. Hello?
Hello? Hey, Drac, what do you think is the sexiest accent from the United Kingdom?
From the UK?
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know accents in the UK that well.
Ooh.
Not too.
None of them are hot. Sorry, guys. None of them.
Yeah, I try to stay away from anywhere in the entire continent of Europe.
Sorry, guys. That's actually if you read between the lines, he's actually calling each and every one of you colonizers, and he doesn't want to communicate with any of you guys. Sorry, he doesn't want to link up. Hi, Drac.
All right, does everyone sound fine?
Testing.
Testing.
You
These
sound
nuts in your
great.
mouth.
You guys can hear him, right?
Abe, thank you. Okay, hopefully that's good. All right. Hello everybody from Mango's chat. This is a little show that I would like to start right now, called Chimera Canvas. It is basically a little art podcast Q&A interview type of style stream, where both of us are going to be drawing or creating something from a randomized prompt list that I created, and that our prompts are going to be hidden from each other. So you know we're not allowed to know each other's prompts because we're going to guess them at the end. But as we're working, I'll be giving this guy an interrogation. Anyways, that's the rundown.
I'm ready. Are you guys ready? I'm excited. I'm so ready. I'm ready to get interrogated.
Did you get your prompts?
I'm so ready. Oh yes. Let me get my prompt. Wait, did you already get your prompts?
I got mine. Yeah.
Okay. Let me. Okay, so I pick 5, or I click 5 times and I pick 2, right? That's what you said. Should I even remember the 3 that I drop?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, let me.
It's just to give you options.
All right. Okay.
Chat, does he sound okay?
Let me click them. Let me mute and tell my chat what they are, and then I'm just gonna throw them out there.
Yep, sounds good. I think I'll do that too.
So they at least know what so they at least know what I'm gonna pick.
All right, guys. My prompts were turtles and steampunk. Those are the 2 prompts I chose, and we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just wake up. He shouldn't have. I just woke up. It's 10 a.m. for me. It's like 1 p.m. for him. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do just yet, but we'll figure something out along those lines. All right, chat. Does music sound good? You guys, music, his audio, my audio, does everything sound okay? Please let me know if there are any audio issues at all. Thank you, guys. A little quiet? Oh, okay. I tried to raise them as much as I can. I guess I'll have to go guest by guest, but here we go. Let's imagine a tortoise plush with steampunk clothes and accessories. A plush? Yeah, so here's the thing with this, right? Is I can go in any direction I want. I could I could make a room, a background, a type of a weapon, clothing, character design, character like an OC within the setting or illustration with the themes. There's a million different things I could do with this. I think from now on, for future guests and just for myself too, I think I'm gonna try to have us plan or get our prompts like the day before so we can kind of like think of something, brainstorm a little bit so we're not spending the first part of the show brainstorming. All right, is everything good? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm trying to pick between.
Between your prompts?
Yeah, I've got one down for I want to do for certain, but I've got like
Mhm.
two of them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean,
Yeah,
dude.
you need to
Just
Rochambeau it.
yeah, I think I do.
Run it through the gauntlet. Put him in
Yeah,
the gulag.
I think yeah, I mean, let them duke it out a bit. Whoever wins, I just yoink. I think I have a vibe for this one. So hold on. I'm gonna
Okay,
pick this
okay.
one, chat. Look, yeah, I'm putting in the screen. You can see it right here. Don't need to say it out loud. He needs it. And do I want you to guess it or do I want to mess with you a
Oh
bit?
no, like it's such a small part of everything. Like you don't have to like hide it or make it challenging or anything. It's really not meant to be like that at all. It's just
Gotcha,
like, oh, it'd
gotcha.
be a little dumb, silly fun.
Yeah, I
I'm
like dumb,
honestly
silly
not even
fun.
sure if I want to keep that as a thing going forward. But
And honestly, Jack,
uh,
can I just say you look really good today? You like, have
oh
you
my
been
god,
working
thank
out?
you.
You look
I
like
I I I actually haven't worked out in like 7 months.
I don't know, maybe you know how they say
That
rest,
natural
the
effect.
rest period
Yeah.
is part of working out. Like maybe
Mm.
the extended rest period has made you look, I don't know, you're just kind of
Yeah.
like,
Thank you.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
glistening is the word. You're
Yeah.
looking really glistening today.
Thank you. Thank you. You also are glowing, especially when you speak. You just light up
Oh,
the room.
oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's that Fugi Tech,
Yeah, you should
the
take
mangoes on your
seven
head
month
just light up.
rest periods more. Maybe I should try a 7 month rest period actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
no, that
making it
sounds
look
good. How about we 7 month rest period together?
okay, yeah, like I'm
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be right there. One bed? One twin
Yeah,
bed?
yep. God, I have a twin sized bed.
I just well, of course you know why I know, right?
That little do you know, this isn't the first time we've done this.
Yeah, I've literally slept in that bed. Of course I would know. I
Of
mean,
course, of
like I've
course.
been there. Let's not be silly.
I gotta figure out what I want to do with my prompts now.
Oh yeah, I can start drawing. Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
option. Okay,
yeah.
I can start draw. Of course, yes.
Yeah, so it
Hmm.
will be very low key. Like I know like both of us are perfectionists, so if we only end up getting through a sketch, that's
Okay,
obviously
but to be
fine. The
fair, both of
concept
us
is
are
fun.
perfectionists, but one of us is a cracked artist and one of us is a fruit.
Oh, whoa,
So
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm just saying
Okay.
like
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
maybe
whoa, whoa.
maybe maybe it's like a slightly different, right? Hmm.
Uh-huh. Right, right, right.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm.
All right. So, how you feeling today, Mango?
I'm feeling good. I have had this problem. So just
Hmm.
like out of nowhere, just spitballing it.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how straight do you think I am?
Straight?
How like in a how do I say this? The image I project on a scale of
Uh-huh.
1 to 10, how straight do you think that image is?
Am I guessing based off of your VTuber or
Just everything.
or
Just everything you know about me.
everything?
Your experience, like, my experience with Mango Framer.
My experience with Mango Framer, I mean, bro, you're literally a fruit.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
like I think that
Okay.
kind of says enough. And like, I
Okay.
think I think you give very buy or pan. If I'm gonna be fully
Okay.
honest, you know,
Buyer
I,
pan.
I
Okay.
think I
Okay.
think you can give that off.
Okay. 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 Um. So did my chat pay you off to continue the allegations because they won't
No,
leave it alone. They always sarcastically say I'm just so straight and I just was hoping you'd back me up this one time for once in our goddamn friendship that you'd back me up here. But no, it's cool. It's
you
cool. I have
They think
I
you're straight?
did you just say do I think I am
No, no, no,
straight?
no, no. They.
Oh, do they think I'm straight? Um, it's a mixed bag. Maybe the 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time gang thinks differently than the 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time gang. Maybe the 1 p.m.ers think I'm straight, right, guys? No?
Glitch,
Okay, never mind.
glitch in
Never
my
mind.
chat just said you have half the lesbian flag as your color scheme.
I have half the what is what? What?
Yeah,
Well, I
how are
can't.
we
I mean, that's
tackling
just
that?
damning evidence, isn't it?
That is damning evidence.
That's just a bit of damn. All right, forget I asked. Forget I asked. You know,
Yeah,
Pan. You said Pan and bi. I'm
yeah,
perfectly. You
by
know
pan,
what?
yeah.
Uh, When did you wait? What are you hetero? What are you? If is this too much
Yes,
to ask? Is the
I'm so I'm hetero. Yes.
okay? I was okay. Never
No,
mind.
I'm
I was
not
about to ask a
hetero.
question. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I was like, wait, this doesn't see like. I mean, okay. So I'm really tired. In my defense, I don't know
No,
why.
we can tell. That was like our first thing. We're like, guys, I think Mango's really tired.
Okay. Well, here's the problem. I got really excited for
Uh-huh.
today, right? And I knew
Yeah.
that 1 p.m. is a really bad time for me to stream usually because I'm not used to it at all. So I went to
Yeah,
bed
right.
at 10
That's why I was
p.m.
worried about it.
Yeah, I went to bed at 10 p.m. Um,
Ark,
and
thank
then
you for
I
the
woke.
17
My
months.
body
Enjoy the
said,
sub
"Wake
badge
up!
and your
It's 4
emotes.
a.m., honey." So I woke up and started eating
4
hot
a.m.
Cheetos and playing TFT. And then I was like, "Okay." I played my one game of TFT. I'm gonna lie in bed, and by lie in bed, I mean literally lie in bed and not actually go to sleep. And even though I'm really trying, and I want to go to sleep, and it just they just won't
Uh-huh.
let me. They just won't let me, man. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm really tired, and that's why what I
Yeah.
said came out the way it did.
Right. Right. Of course.
Hi, Zay. Zay subbed to me and said, if he's straight, I'm Obama. Well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. President.
Welcome.
I'm a
Yeah,
big
welcome
fan.
in,
I'm a big
Mister.
fan.
I loved what you've done. So Mango, I got some VTuber related questions, stream
Okay,
related
okay.
questions, and art related
Okay.
questions lined up for
Yeah.
you.
Shoot.
Um, what what's that lore behind that name? Mango Framer.
Mango
Where
Framer.
yeah.
So as I've probably mentioned one or two times, I'm unfortunately Filipino, right? So
Yes.
when you think of the
As every
Philippines,
Filipino person would
yeah,
mention.
exactly. We can't help but mention that we're not only Filipino, but we are also regretfully Filipino.
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's we have to mention both of those facts.
Right.
Um, so mangoes are just kind of a given. I've always had. Okay, so my first Xbox name, to be fair, had nothing to do with it. I named myself Exploding Silence, but to make it edgier without the E, you
Exploding
know?
silence.
Yeah, a little paradoxical thing. But then I
I see.
realized that kind of name doesn't really fit me. So
Uh-huh.
I really reached deep inside my Filipino heritage and popped up with a mango. So
That
was mango for days on BattleNet.
uh-huh.
Um, and before
Or the
that,
framer.
yeah. Before, well, after that, actually, I was Mango Farmer on League of Legends.
Oh.
And then Mango Farmer was already taken when I started
I see.
streaming. So I thought it'd be really funny if I just changed my name to Mango Framer because everybody would read it as Mango Farmer anyway. Um, and now I think 4 years later, I really wish people would stop reading it like that, but it's my own fault, so I can't help it, I guess.
Wait, so would you prefer everyone called you Mango Farmer then?
No, not at this
Oh,
point.
okay.
Not at this point, absolutely not.
It's too late. Can't go
It's oh
back.
god, I can't go back. I was actually gonna change my name a bit ago. I think
Oh.
like at the 1 year mark of streaming, and I still kind of want to do it, but everyone in my
Hmm.
life told me no.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, everyone said they liked the framer part. What about you? What's your opinion? Do you like it?
I do. I kind of figured like you were like framing mangoes for the crimes you commit.
That's what I always say, but that's kind of like a retroactive definition of my
Like
name, I
dodge.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, I have to come up with a reason why I have this name now.
Fair enough. back in your Xbox days, did
Yeah,
anyone
back.
call you? Did anyone call you the fart?
Did anyone call me the fart because
Yeah,
of
I mean
exploding
exploding
silence?
silence. Yeah.
No, I actually got a decent amount of compliments on it, which I was
Oh wow! Like
surprised
all
about.
the other people with like edgy randomized Xbox Live names. Like
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
man, I
It's
should have
like,
gone
dang,
with
this guy managed to
exploding
be edgy
silence.
without like multiple X's in his name. How do you do that?
I
That's kind of crazy.
wonder. I'm trying to remember if I had any username with X's in my name going back to actually on my first console, which was a PS3. Um,
Hmm.
it was my dad's. He
Okay.
had he had very little tech knowledge at the time. So
Hmm.
he didn't for the username part of everything. He thought it was another password, and so my username for a while was just like a bunch of jumbled letters and numbers that made no fucking sense. And so everyone just went by like the first letter and number in that username. Which ended up just being T8. So I sounded like I had like I was a
T8? That kind of
Star
sounds
Wars
cool. Wait,
robot
that's
kind of
kind of a
name. Yeah.
W.
So I went by T8 for like most of my elementary to middle school years.
That like a calculator. Wow, that kind of sounds cool. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
calc
lie,
for
I'm kind of
short.
jealous. Like
Yeah.
when I was going through it, I live in Ohio, so
Uh-huh.
being an Asian in a predominantly white high school, that's
Right.
kind of the that's the thing that sticks out about me to everyone
Right,
else.
right.
So that's basically what my entire identity to a majority of the student body, I think.
Right. That's that's hilarious. But yeah, so I was a password for quite a while.
I kind of like. You should go back actually. T8
Go back. All
Dracula.
right, guys, I'm rebranding to a
Yeah,
calculator.
yeah. T8
T
Dracula, dude.
T1
It's gotta
what's
go.
it called again? T184.
Yeah. Holy, I think it would pop off. I'm not gonna lie.
Might be my next move, guys.
You designed
Calc,
your VTuber,
calc
right?
VTuber. Yeah, I did.
So I guess I like asking this with my friends because
Hmm.
I'm interested in what they're saying or what their
Yeah,
answer is. But I guess you're an artist, so you don't really, or you drew it yourself or you designed it yourself, so it might not be a very
both. Yeah.
relevant. So it was my first commission ever. My first art commission ever was
Hmm.
commissioning my VTuber.
Right.
So that was a really weird experience because I didn't know what information I was supposed to give, and they had to be very patient with me. Um,
Right.
what were your vibes going into it? Like, what were your inspirations? I remember you said, I think when I was in
Oh.
your chat once, that one of your big inspirations, or maybe I'm incorrectly paraphrasing it,
Hmm.
um, was that one song, like "Who Is She?" Like that
Oh.
by
No,
I
that was just more
Monster.
of like I was just giving into more like character personality stuff.
Mm-hmm,
Um. But yeah, so the song itself wasn't much of an inspo. I actually like my whole background with both art and streaming has been very odd to say the least.
odd.
Um yeah, cuz so I made my Twitch account um around 6 years ago.
Okay.
Um and it was for Overwatch.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Sorry, I didn't mean
So
to sound as disgusted as I was.
no. I'm equally disgusted by it. It's an embarrassing past. So I did create it for Overwatch. For like I was like, oh, Genji highlights, guys. Look at me,
Oh,
I'm a
Genji
Genji player.
player.
Yeah, I know. Uh, and so yeah, so I created it back then. I maybe streamed once on it. And didn't touch my channel again for 2 years. Pretty much was just like a chatter. And
Mm.
then when Fortnite came out, I actually didn't jump on the Fortnite train
Mhm. Mhm.
immediately. I went I was playing Rainbow Six Siege
Oh
even
my
more
gosh.
unfortunately. Um Yeah, so which is actually a decision I regret because I'm like, man, if I hopped on that Fortnite train instead of playing Rainbow Six, I probably could have made a little bit of a jump in the Fortnite career part of streaming back when everyone was doing it. But
Yeah,
you
and you
know,
would have had a better
uh,
quality of life. I hear Rainbow Six Siege is awful.
oh yeah. But it only ended up being for like a couple months. And then after that, I switched, and I hopped on the Fortnite train. I think one of my friends invited me to play, and then I was just like, ah, fuck it. I was like, oh shit, this game's kind of lit. And it was like very early Fortnite still. And then eventually I became a Fortnite streamer once again, regrettably. And then around 2020, um, 2021 maybe, I was like,
Hmm.
really sick and tired of all the Fortnite streaming. It
Mm.
was just destroying my mentals. Somewhat the same way that my Valorant year in 2023 was doing. Um, and so I was like, I want to rebrand. And then I think Hololive, like I so regrettably like, yeah, that's right, guys. I got radicalized to becoming a VTuber from Hollow EN's first
Radicalize is a
debut.
crazy verb to use. Okay.
Especially with the context, I know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so like, that first English generation debut, and I was like, oh shit, this is a perfect way for me to like anonymously work on everything. Like start like continue streaming, do it anonymously, without having
Mhm.
to worry about my face. Because there was a lot of I wanted to like kind of clean my face from my brand for a while. Um, I was like, oh, this is great. I get to do all that, and on top of that, most VTubers, especially like from Hololive, what I was watching, I was like, oh, they're all variety streamers. I was like, oh, cool. Like I can quit Fortnite, I can get into variety, I can do all this stuff. And I was like, oh, but I'm broke as hell. Um, so then I started working on. I was like, okay, well, we'll make it ourselves, and I went on down the YouTube pipeline of like all the like these are all the VTuber tutorials like when they were like first coming out, like how to rig and all the live 2D tutorials and art tutorials and stuff. And I
Mhm.
made my
Mhm.
first design and model, which was like probably the first art I've done. Um, I could technically say I started drawing 4 years ago, um, when I to make my VTuber, but
Oh.
like technically I did draw a lot in middle school, but it was really like little sketches on my math homework because I didn't want to like pay attention in class. So I just doodle a bunch of random like Tokyo Ghoul characters or whatever.
Oh my God,
Um,
Tokyo Ghoul.
yeah. But after that, it was like very much so like even back then, I got my tablet back then in middle school, but I touched it once and I was like, oh, I can't draw on here. Like this all this is too hard. And so I never picked it up again. It was rotting in my closet until 2021 when I was like, okay, I want to become a VTuber. So I picked it up again, and then I drew the first model, and I was like, oh, it sucks. And then I drew it again, rigged that one, and then like I basically just repeated that process every couple months until I got to where I am now. Um, but anyways, a lot of sidetracking from the original question. I'm yapping a lot today. My bad.
No, I
Um,
like it. I'm listening.
also, hi
Isn't that what
JJ.
we're here to do? Yap.
Of course, of course. But I'm the host here. Anyways, you should be the yapper today. Um, but yeah, so it started off like that, and the whole like Dracula thing. It was a lot of different inspirations. Um, one was from there was an Overwatch YouTuber who
Mhm.
played Genji and made a bunch of like these edit montages. Um, who went by like Arikodo, just like play on
Mm.
words on
Okay.
Alucard. I was like, oh, cool, like
Oh.
that works. And then I also loved Helsing. I was like, oh, the whole Helsing design. That's like why the eyes on Drax model and all that stuff. Um, but then also like ever since I was like, I think when I was in kindergarten, like I was already like nicknamed some kind of like Dracula adjacent, vampire adjacent from all my friends because I hung
Mhm.
out with the I hung out with the wolf girl. Um,
Oh.
growing
Oh.
up in kindergarten because like I didn't like most masculine hobbies. Like this was obviously before like understood any gender expression or anything. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
I don't like any of these like all the other like all the boys would talk about like cars and like play sports and stuff. And I was like, I don't fucking like any of this shit. So I just ended up hanging out with like people who liked like fantasy stuff because I loved and I was obsessed with like mythology and fantasy. Um,
Okay.
and like so there was obviously the werewolf kin, the wolf girl. I was like, oh, cool, like let's hang out. I don't have any other friends. um, and and she's like, yeah, but you can't be a werewolf. You be a vampire or whatever. And I was like, okay, sure, whatever. But then I also like in middle school and stuff, like also like wearing black, never like all day, never going out, and like being super pale and all that. And so I got even more like vampire allegations and stuff. I was like, okay, cool. So like the name kind of stuck throughout like elementary, middle, and high school. I was like, all right, cool. I'll stick that brand. Um, and I initially when I created my channel, I went with that one YouTuber who did the whole like Helsing, Alucard, which is just Dracula backwards thing. So I just did vampire backwards. So my name for a while was just Eritmev, which was terrible. Um, and then
Okay.
I obviously switched out. I was like, you know what? We're just gonna do Dracula with a Q because when you say Dracula, it's like with a Q, but an uppercase Q. Really
Got
fucking
you.
corny reasoning, but
I don't
we're
think
here
it's
now with it.
corny. I feel like I don't know. I think I think no matter what, sometimes it just sounds like that to yourself, no matter what you do. But I don't think it's.
Yeah.
Is it
No,
corny?
I
I don't
still
think
like
it's
it.
corny.
It's like it's subtly corny. I think like if I capitalized the Q and kept everything else lowercase, then it would be corny. Like really corny. But now it's just like subtly corny.
That would. Yeah, I do. I do think I agree with you. I do like it more that you didn't do that thing that
Yeah.
you just said.
Yeah, it's subtly corny, not Xbox gamer tag corny anymore.
Hey man, I could go back to Exploding Silence anytime I want.
Exploding silence would go dude, how would okay, if you were exploding silence still in this day and age, what would your
Yeah.
VTuber look like?
That is
What
the
does
question.
exploding silence look like?
That is the question. That's very philosophical of you. It's just so suddenly. I gotta say.
I gotta know
Um.
what would exploding silence look like?
You know what? I think. Dang, I don't even. I don't like what. I don't even. I can't even picture it. Maybe that's why I didn't stick with it, huh? I just I don't think there'd be anything. I don't. Maybe I would just be a no face. Don't say a fart, okay?
A
Don't say a
fart.
fart. I don't want to be a sen- I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I don't want to be exploding silence anymore. You guys ruined it. You guys ruined it. You guys have ruined my life. Oops.
Rest in
I was
peace, exploding silence.
no.
What
Yeah.
what happened exploding silence if you were next to like a fire VTuber?
A fire. Oh,
Would it
oh
be
my
like a
God.
gas
Sparks
leak
would fly,
explosion?
dude. Sparks would
Yeah.
fly.
Like romantic sparks? Should I rebrand to a
No,
fire
no,
VTuber?
literal sparks.
Oh,
Literal sparks. We'd have
gas.
we'd have a flame war going on. We would not get along. You know what? I feel bad for everybody. They don't get to see your face. I'm gonna say it. You were looking quite handsome in those glamour
Oh,
shots you
thank
sent.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's just a shame nobody will ever see it, Chad. I'm the one of the lucky ones. I get to see it.
Nobody.
Well, okay, maybe not nobody, but have you visited?
Exploding silence, dude.
Yeah, exploding silence did. I exploded when I saw it.
Silently, of course.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, yeah.
Debatable,
It's
debatable.
online. I have
Yeah.
no mouth, and I
I must
must goo.
scream.
I mean,
I
yeah,
must
scream.
goon.
No, no,
I
scream. Yeah,
have no
scream.
mouth and I must goon is crazy word.
No, the other
I have
thing,
no
whatever you
mouth and I
said.
must JOI.
Uh,
What were you
how's your
saying though?
ground going? What was I saying? That's a good question. I don't remember. After I said the word goon, I had a factory reset moment. I think I was just talking about how hot you were. I don't know.
You were asking, I think it was about because of the pictures from Japan. So you were asking about if I have gone a certain place, I think.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
God damn it.
Sincerely, it does not ring a bell. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I I got
Oh,
post
we're
goon confusion. It's post coital confusion. You're
post
right.
goon
That
confusion.
must be
Yeah,
what it is. I can't. No other way to describe it. Don't home me, architect.
goon too close to the sun.
I did goon too close to the sun. I did. I did. Um, I dang. I just keep forgetting what I was gonna say. If you, if you were any kind of animal VTuber, what animal would you be? Did I already ask you this when we collabed?
Oh, dude, I think you did. I
What
I
was your
think I said
answer?
shark.
You said shark. Ah, that just makes me think of the shark in ZZZ. I'm not gonna pull for, even though I really want to. It's unfair. It's not
Ellen
fair.
Joe or whatever her
Yeah.
name is. Yeah.
Yeah, she's so
They
cool.
really popped off with her design. Like she really
Yeah.
blew up on the
Is
internet.
it a coincidence we went from gooning to talking about ZZZ? I think the pipeline in my brain is very
No.
very obvious.
I Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
So what got you into streaming? I know I kind of mentioned my a little bit of that background, but what got you into streaming and what's like kind of keeping you here?
I think what got me into
You
streaming
can't
is
say
what got
me. No, I'm just kidding.
basic. I won't. What got me into streaming is what I think got a lot of people into streaming back when I started, which is just COVID or like the end of COVID, and we're all like
Oh.
craving any type of
Oh,
socialization.
you're a new gen. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm a new gen. Why did you say so derogatorily?
Nah, I'm just joking.
um. So yeah, I just feel like I needed to, and I was hanging out with people on Discord, and I'd
Uh-huh.
stream Dead by Daylight to them because that's I was obsessed with
Oh.
that game. You know, if we're talking about our toxic game exes, um,
Right.
that's my Rainbow Six Siege.
How toxic is Dead by Daylight?
Not as bad as people would have you believe. Early on, because the problem is people don't know you played Dead by Daylight, right?
Yeah, like once or twice. Like I do not
Well, that's
know enough
enough.
about the
That's enough.
game.
Well, the point is, you don't really know, people don't know your mode. I was a killer main, so I'm
Mhm.
fighting for people who are probably like usually a lot of the time they are pre-made, and they don't
Right.
really know the reasons for why I'm doing X thing. Like, so they'll ascribe, if I catch them near a certain part, they'll think I'm camping them, even though I'm not. I just happen to be there. And they don't know that,
Right.
and you know what you
Uh
do when you're like, oh, this guy's so sweaty when you're in with your friends, and you're
right.
fighting somebody who's just like giving it their all or whatever.
Right,
Um,
yeah. This
um,
is the Fortnite problem too.
yeah, exactly. So they don't know that I'm not like trying to like give them the worst experience of their life. They just know they're having the worst experience of their life. So they'd come in to flame me in my Twitch chat.
Right.
Uh, and I would just like talk to them normally and they'd cool off really quickly. So I think the game itself does have an inherent toxicity to it in
Mhm.
as much as you can have because it's an asymmetrical game, so things are inherently unfair.
Right.
Um but I don't think it's not overcomable, you know? I think they're just normal. I think it's fine. I don't think it's any more
I
toxic
see.
than any other game out there.
Like occasionally I see drama coming from the community, but like with updates in the same
Yes.
way that like Apex, like and Siege has had like more drama come up as updates come out. But
Yes.
yeah,
I think
initially I was like,
it's
whoa, did Dead by Daylight community is toxic? What the fuck?
it kind of is generally. I mean, I wouldn't say
Hmm.
it's the least toxic game out there just because I said it's like comparable to other games, but
Right.
there's like been some like in-house things. Like I think they were trying to like NFT something or I don't know, they had some NFT
Oh.
thing. I don't want to say anything because I'm not informed and it's been a while.
Yeah.
Um and I think the community is like a mix bag of people. So they come from different, like imagine like the
Right.
general like flow of like Tumblr people meets like someone from Twitter or something.
Oh,
Like
yeah. I get what
so
you're
it
saying.
you got people who just wanna frick Pyramid Head, and
Right.
you've got people who want to chase four survivors around like a lunatic. And
Right.
it's just sometimes it doesn't mix as well as you'd hope.
Chris. Um, what got you into art? Why art?
Why art? So I started playing League of Legends in
Oh God.
season
Yep.
2. Um, and I met a bunch of people throughout that time, and a lot of
Right.
them are now industry artists, and we're even like getting
Oh.
into that back when I don't know, as late as like I don't know, 7 years ago or whatever.
Right.
Um, so I've been surrounded by artists for a majority of my life and basically my whole online like experience. So I've
Right.
always been interested in it. And it's always really cool and it's always interested me. And then
Right.
recently, I guess like I just decided, you know what? I just want to commit it because I just like
Why not? Yeah.
yeah, I like the idea of like how you can express yourself through it.
Mm-hmm.
Um and you know, some days I'm just not good with my words and some expressions are better, you know, just drawn. Like I think it's better if I can just draw stuff like that.
Right.
So
Right.
I just that's basically why. I just wanted to draw goofy things. I also always have these dumb meme ideas, but I don't know how to draw, so I couldn't do it. I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna commission it because I'm poor. Um,
Right.
so that's another
Same.
goal.
Same.
I just wanna shit post. I wanna
Right.
express
Right.
myself and I wanna shit. I wanna shit myself. I
Chippos.
wanna shit post. Which I guess is also an expression or a form of self expression.
Yeah. I get that. Chip posting is a very valid for that.
What about you? You did it. You said like you were just doing it in math class. Well, that was for specifically YouTubing though, right?
Yeah, like in terms of VTubing, it's like the same. It's the brokenness. Um, but in terms of like what I was in terms of what I was doing otherwise, like what like got me to want to draw is like my parents encouraged me a lot when I was a kid. And my
Mm,
dad was really good at or my dad did art to an extent growing up. And so
okay.
did my uncle. So I was like, oh, this is so like they're so good at it, like it's so cool. Like so I was very much like motivated by that. But also
Hmm.
like growing up, also my mom introduced me to anime as a way to like keep my bilingual
Oh, you
growth
mentioned that. Yeah.
growing up. When I was like 4, and we would watch anime together at the dinner table. My whole family, we still do. Like every night we'll pull up a show and um eat dinner together.
What kind of shows
Um,
specifically?
we've watched like we've watched it all. We've watched garbage. We've watched Peak. We've watched so many different shows.
What's an example
Um,
of peak in the last like 5 years for you, like in your mind, like that you've watched
ooh,
with your family? Because I can't
ooh.
imagine watching anime with my family if I'm being perfectly honest.
Well, my parents are the ones that got me into it. And they're very open in general. So like, it doesn't really like what kind of content there is in it, as it doesn't really matter. Like we're all
Hmm.
pretty like loose about it. Um,
Hmm.
I think we all like Chainsaw Man and JJK pretty like a lot. Um, for sure.
I
Um,
I
yeah,
just I gotta say, I just have to get it off my chest, dude. Chainsaw or what's it called? Jujutsu Kaisen fan base just
yeah.
can't keep it in their pants, dude. I swear to God,
They
time
can't.
I go on any social media, I get spoiled on that like show. I don't even. It makes me not want to watch it sometimes. Where I'm just like, I already know what
Mm,
happens. What's the point?
that's fair. That's fair. I just got to worry about that happening to One Piece for everyone else soon.
I feel like it's very insular. I don't really. I mean, I know that there's like a few spoilers. I don't want
Hmm.
to. Are you caught up in One Piece?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, so I know Luffy gets that white hair form or whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but like other than that, I don't really know. Like it doesn't matter to me. That's not a real spoiler because I don't know the context. Like for any shonen, like a good shonen that I
Hmm.
care about, like the fights are
Right,
cool, but what's more important is the backstory. So since I don't know the
right,
backstory of
right, right,
why he goes, I don't know, his form of Super Saiyan 5 or whatever,
right, right, right.
it doesn't really affect me too much knowing it happens, I guess.
Right. But I just mean more like as it's ending soon, like people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, the One Piece is blank," and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh well,"
Oh, that's true. There. Oh
that's what
God.
I mean. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh
Oh no,
well,
you're
well,
right.
there it is."
Oh God, you're right. Oh no. Maybe I should start reading it. I keep saying I'll do it,
I
then I
would
never
recommend
do
reading it.
it.
It's much faster than you would expect. Like seriously, the pacing for One Piece, the anime is god
I've heard it's really
awful.
bad. Yeah, I've heard it's really
Yeah,
bad.
I rewatched One Piece several times with friends. And due to the
Mhm.
fact that I've watched it once, normally I would literally like just arrow key spam through certain parts because I was like, okay, this is slow. My friends have also watched it on their own on like one pace on like 1.5 to 1.75 times speed, and it feels perfectly
No, I
normal.
can't do that. That feels like brain rot, man. I gotta
It
say.
does, but like because of how poor the pacing Toei has done with it, it feels normal.
I would just say just read the manga if you're gonna
But yeah, no, I would
1.5
100% say
times
read the
it,
manga.
dude.
Read the manga.
What are
Read the
we what are
manga
we
for sure.
doing here?
The
You're just
manga
admitting that
is
the medium is bad at that point. Or not the medium, but the
yeah,
adaptation is bad if you have to
it is.
1.5 times
It
it.
is. The manga is good though. It's not too bad of a read. I would definitely recommend it.
Okay. How many chapters is it again?
God, 1,138 right now, I think. It sounds like a lot.
Uh, yeah, that's because it
But
is a
like then
lot. It sounds
again,
like a lot because
it
it
is
is a
it is
lot,
a lot.
Drac.
It is a lot. But like when you combine like a lot of other shows together, it's like okay.
Mm.
I even feel like Naruto is like in its totality is also pretty almost similarly long.
Yeah, I'd agree. I don't think I hope nobody
And
is
a
trying
lot
to
of people
argue the
like
other thing.
no, I think a lot of people will watch Naruto and they'll be like, "Oh, but One Piece is too long."
One
You
Piece
combine
is
Shippuden and Naruto together, it's like
no.
similar.
Is Bleach shorter than
I
Naruto?
think Bleach is shorter.
Yeah, even if you say even for Bleach, I feel like you can't argue. Like it's gonna be a big commitment no matter
Either way, it's
which one
long.
you
Yeah,
partake in.
yeah. And like I also did watch all of them as a kid, so my sense of time and time allocation for that is very different.
Hear that, people? He has no commitment issues. He's down to commit
True, it's
to
true.
large swaths of his time to whatever he thinks is worthy.
That's true. I've reread Lord of the Mysteries several
You
times.
have, and you've recommended that to me, and I always forget it exists. I'll
Yeah, it's okay.
do it one of these days. Why I
Everyone I
say a
recommended to
problem.
does, but it's fine. The
It,
animated series is coming out this summer, so
it's hard because I love reading books, but I haven't read in a bit because every time I want to read, I'm like, what if I just boot up TFT and then draw? I just do that instead.
that is honestly very valid and kind of responsible. I've been like procrastinating on everything so much recently, um, which has been pretty bad. That's like something I'm like trying to get out of. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because last year was so shit for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I got medicated. So now it's like, okay, cool. We're good to go. But I was also like, okay, the year's basically ending. So I'm like, let's just not do anything until next year. Because like what's the point? I'm going to Japan soon and then like all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um so I was like, oh, we'll worry about it later. And now I'm like, okay, now it's later. We gotta get back again. Because I used to have no problem with procrastinating, but now I'm like, whatever. Um, do you have an art tip you'd like to give?
An art tip?
Yeah, like
Um,
any singular
it's something I
piece of
struggle with.
advice. Uh
And I
huh.
don't like giving art tips in general because I get hit with immediate imposter syndrome because
Right,
I'm
right,
just
right.
starting
I get
out.
that. Me,
Um,
I understand that.
but it's something I need to overcome. So I guess it's a good tip is just literally don't be afraid of drawing ugly drawings. Like just keep drawing. I think it's
How
more
I feel
important to
about what
draw
I'm
than
doing right now.
perfecting every sketch. Um,
Yeah.
I think as long as you have the right mindset, drawing an ugly drawing is really good for you because you learn what you want to keep doing, what you want to stop doing.
Right.
Um, so like if you're drawing an ugly pose, it's okay. Just move on, draw the next pose. If you're doing gesture drawing, and your 1 minute sketch or your 2 minute pose is ugly, who cares? Just keep going. You learned something probably. You're getting the muscle memory. I don't
Right,
know. Is that
right.
is that a bad is that a bad advice? Am I giving out?
I
Am I
think it's
giving?
good.
Okay, okay.
Like, my tip is this is also very much so like kind of weird when I phrase it all the time. It's always just the copy as much as you can.
Copy.
Especially
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, copy reference. Like copy when you're learning, but obviously not when you're putting out art, you know.
I
Um
think yes. I think the a big
like
problem with art. Well, there's good and bad things, right? Because with
of
Twitter
course.
and stuff, there's so much good information out there, but there's
Mm.
also a lot of bad faith information where they're just
Oh
like
yeah.
never trace, and it's like, well, never trace in the context of like, you know, throwing out work as
Yeah.
your own, right? But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
do trace when you're specifically studying or trying to learn something or
Right.
trying to like double check your work or whatever.
Yeah.
So people just talk in too many absolutes, and they try to like people who I don't know shouldn't necessarily be giving advice give advice.
I
Um,
agree.
yeah, so I think yes. I mean, I
I think
I
there
I
are
cop
yeah,
I
like
copied hella in my practice or like early on, and
yeah.
I still do because like, it's just so useful to like learn how people did it. Like I will draw a pose or a face, and then I will go over like my reference, and then I'll copy that and I'll compare the two, and I'll be like, okay, well I'm having trouble. Like my necks are slightly too long, or you know my anatomy is wonky.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, I think that's sage advice.
Yeah, definitely I think like for the most part, whenever you're in your own private space and
Mm-hmm.
nothing's being shown publicly or claimed publicly as yours, you can
Mm-hmm.
break most art rules. Well, I'd say other than like AI, since that's still publicly affecting people, even if you do it privately. Um,
Yeah.
but like for the most part, like all the tracing, copying, referencing, like all that stuff is a really good learning tool. I don't know. The way I learn is super monkey see, monkey do. So watching other people draw, um, and then like copying the steps that they take and trying to copy the feel of like how they do things and recreating it is very good for like practicing concepts and understanding it. Um, unless you're the type of person that can literally just be like, okay, today I'm gonna work on edging, or color
Oh,
theory.
I'm working on edging every day, brother. I get it.
That's facts.
That's
But
facts.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's like if you're able to
Yeah.
sit down and tell yourself like, okay, today we're gonna do this drill, and we're gonna,
20
but
reps of
either way,
edging
you still
right
yeah
now.
twenty
Yeah,
20
exactly.
reps of edging right now. But either way, when you gotta do it, it's just how it is.
Mm-mm-mm. Yes, edging, chat. You got to learn edging. When you're an artist, how do you think the greats get it,
Then
you
give it a
know?
stretch.
Van Gogh edged,
Van Gogh
you know,
edged.
Michelangelo edged,
Oh my
all
god,
of
my
your
search
favorites
history is
edged.
cooked now.
Rembrandt
It's just
edged. Oh, Rembrandt
it's just
definitely edged.
Van Gogh
Rembrandt
edging. Fuck.
edge lord right there.
My search history is cooked.
I don't think I want to learn art. You just don't understand. You know, that's why not every maybe
I
anybody
mean,
can
but
learn art.
there's so many types of art too.
Yeah, Sora, I would say a lot. You know, if you're doing a creative endeavor, you are unfortunate. Unfortunately for you, you are what is it called? You are engaging in art.
In art, yeah.
So your ASMR, you're edging. You're edging, Sora. I hate to tell you, you're already edging. I didn't want to be the one that had to tell you this, but you are edging right now. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
Sora, you're an edge master.
You're an edge master. I know. I know. Uh, oh my gosh. Wait, I keep forgetting what I was gonna say. Oh my god, my
No
brain,
worries.
Drac. It's mush. It's mush. We started talking about edging, and I reset again. I factory reset again.
Do you have an artist you look up to?
Um,
Like an
ye-
artist or a
it
creator?
goes in phases. Like when I first
Yeah.
started
Oh, I totally get that.
drawing,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I'll save it for later. Was Wolop, Guays,
Oh god, the
those
Wolop, like
people?
that was definitely
It's like a
early middle
pipeline,
school
right?
me fell down that. Yeah.
Nico said the same thing. I think it's just there is a pipeline there that we're too afraid to discuss.
Yeah.
Um, it's a shared experience somehow. And then later, I really started liking specifically line art
Uh-huh.
artists. So there's this person who does a lot of NSFW art, but I mean, I loved
Right.
their drawing called Godiva Ghoul.
Uh-huh.
Uh, there's Pcat, who I
Hmm.
also
They're
really
the VTuber
love.
that has like the pixel art VTuber thing, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly, exactly. They used to work. I think they used to be an engineer for Riot actually, or
Oh
like some
wow.
kind of software engineer. I don't know. And they
Uh-huh.
kind of like went into that. So they're really cool. I think generally it just goes in phases of like who is currently inspiring me. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
depending
yeah.
on what I want to work on, it just kind of like influences me.
Hmm.
What about you?
For me, I think I've went through so many stages too, like you said. Like there's always gonna be certain artists that like kinda turn around like and influence like what I wanna do. Um
Hmm.
like when I started drawing, most of my art that I did was character design because I was just doing my own VTubers. So I struggle a lot with character illustration and other things. So like whenever I find things that specific things I want to get better at, then it's like, oh, I find an artist who's like really good at it, and then I obsess over them. Like I think for character design, like I love Reno Tuna. That guy is crazy. Um,
Okay, okay.
but I've been liking Diariku a lot recently.
Oh yeah, she's really cool.
Like I just love their like rendering style so much. So yeah, I've definitely been obsessing over that. And then those random artists I'll find on Twitter and be like, "Oh shit." It's crazy. But I wouldn't say like I've been pretty detached from like the media side of the art community in terms of, like I haven't really I mean in general like I haven't been interacting with or watching a lot of streamers or YouTube a lot. I'm trying to get back
Hmm.
into it because it's healthy for me. It's such a weird thing to say. To
Totally
understand
get
it's
there.
healthy for me to
Nah,
YouTube.
it's healthy. I love YouTube. It's really good for me. I promise.
Yeah,
Mm.
very very spread out group I'd say. Dude, I fuck. Okay, I need to like stop sounding so monotone like this when I'm like speaking. I know I'm like concentrating and stuff, but I feel like I'm sounding like Elon Musk right now, and it's driving me crazy.
Oh,
I
you
feel
got
like
like
I'm
a
like
Jordan
I,
Peterson or whatever his name
I've
is
got my
vibes
Adrian
going.
Dittman accent on right now. Like I'm getting
Is it?
interviewed,
It's not
dude.
that bad. I mean, it's. I think people would like that effect. Chad, you like that, right? You like how soothing he is. Are you guys soothed right now? I think
No.
it's good because I'm a freak, and then you get to be like the comfy part. So we have like that kind of vibe going. I
Yeah,
thought Drac
you
was
know
Elon
it's like
Musk. Not
usually
gonna lie. Sora,
fuck.
if I didn't know you for over 2 years, I would have banned you for that comment. That's just hurtful. That's
That
there's
is
no need for something like that. There's no need for such hurtful
that's
words.
crazy. All right. I may be incredibly attractive, but I will be ending my life shortly in game.
What? Oh my god. Okay, before I forget again,
Yeah,
and
you
we
you got
can
it.
we can talk about you being Elon Musk later if you really
Right,
want to.
right, right, right.
That's
No,
your prerogative.
no.
Um, back when you were talking about tracing, when I was picking up my VTuber design, I didn't
Right.
know anything about like VTubing really or drawing because I got into it. A friend that was a VTuber, a friend who was another thing. It traces back to League again. A League friend was into VTubing, and I didn't know what it was, and he was like convincing me to do it.
Uh huh.
So I decided to do it, but I didn't really understand it, and I just knew people, didn't like copying and stuff in drawing. I didn't like, like if something is perceived as, like this person is just like copying this person's style.
Right.
So when I was making my VTuber, all I really had in the beginning was like I wanted to be a mango and a witch, but then I started seeing I never hadn't seen a single witch VTuber, but then when I'm looking for refs, I saw a bunch and I'm like, oh god, is everyone gonna think I'm a copycat?
Uh
And
huh.
I had to get talked down and be like, no, you're being insane right now.
Oh my god, no, I had
Like,
that same
uh,
problem.
really? Oh my
Not
god.
for
Okay, okay.
Drac, but one of my first daughter. Um, I was making a VTuber for one of my friends, and we're no longer friends. So like, she's up for adoption now. But I made a VTuber that was based on the Flying Dutchman. I was like, oh yeah, a pirate ship VTuber. No one has ever done like a VTuber on like a
My sweet
hyper
summer child.
specific like ship. And then Idle Corp releases the one ghost pirate ship VTuber, and they look the
Oh,
same.
it's
And I'm like,
over.
oh my
It's
fucking
over.
god. Ah shit, what's her name?
They did it to spite you specifically, you gotta say.
What's her name? Cersei Soulstorm.
Cersei Soulstorm. Yes, yeah. And I can't
Let me
believe
just send you my
they did that to
design
you.
from or here in DMs. This is my daughter who I made it 3 years ago. And then
Let me
Cersei
see.
Soulstorm like debuts sometime early last year or something.
Okay,
I don't know.
I think you're good. I think you're
No,
valid.
no,
I
no.
think
It's
that's
not
a
like a direct copy, but I mean
yeah.
like, oh my god, a ghost pirate VTuber that has the ghostly green hair and the ghostly green like faded bottoms, and the
Yeah.
highlight color is that type of like reddish maroon with like the clothes mostly being white, the corset, the
Yep,
top
Twitter's
that's
gonna eat
like
you up.
opened
You're
up like that.
gone.
Dude, they look the
You're
same, and I'm like,
gone.
no.
You're gone, brother. It's over for you. I'm not. In fact, I'm typing in the doc right now. I'm talking. It's over for you. You're never
It's
gonna work in
such
this
a
town again.
crazy coincidence. Like, here, chat. Look, that's the person. That's Cersei Soulstorm. They debuted like this year or last year.
Chat, tell him he's crazy. He's not actually. He's not copying anything. He's fine.
It's like, fuck, I'm not original. And I think that's a thing that every artist will go through. It's just like that. Oh, you'll never come up with something like truly original, which is good in its own sense, but also it's like,
Mm.
damn.
I hate, dude. I hate when we say it because it is like kind of true, but I hate it because
Yeah.
AI artists like try to like engineer it to like
Oh, 100%.
fight for their arguments. It's so annoying because you can't like in my head like it's so hard to interact with that train of thought without like an AI bro being like, "Yo, that's what I've been saying." I'm like, "No, I'm fighting for the wrong side now." Ew, ew,
Right?
no. You when you say it, you're saying it for bad faith, disgusting reasons. Um, that is what you're not even like. It wasn't even that wasn't even my message in the first place, and they're just they're manufacturing it for their purposes. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's gross.
No, not AI, not AI. Chat, not AI.
Yeah, yucky.
But it's just like the coincidences are crazy because I don't even remember. I don't think I publicly like released her per se, but I was just like,
Hmm.
holy shit, dude. I'm just like, I'm literally going through each of the similarities like right now, one by one. This is like insane. It's so funny.
I think you're okay. You know what? I don't think anyone's gonna
No,
be
I'm
blaming you
definitely
for
okay. I just think it's hilarious. I think it was like one of the funniest like gags of my life. I was like,
it.
oh my god.
Oopsies. Hmm.
It's kind of, yeah, it's hilarious.
How dare you? Oh my God, Chad. I
How
don't
dare
like
I?
AI. AI is disgusting. Stop that. Stop that right now. I'll
Anyways,
punch
I
you in the
think
gob.
I think Cersei's design's beautiful. I think my design's beautiful. They're both beautiful, but I just find it so funny how like there's it's so funny. Anyways,
I will say my dad recently randomly messaged me out of the blue and it's like, "Hey Mango, what do you know about OpenAI?" And I
oh
almost vomited in my
no,
mouth. I was like, "Oh, Dad, don't talk to me about that right now. I don't want to." Yuck. I don't. He doesn't even mean
yuck,
anything bad by it. He just learned about it, so he was wondering. He was just asking me about it to ask. But man, yuck.
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 Do you have any favorite piece of media or pieces of media that have influenced your creative decisions?
Give me an example of what you would say to this question.
Lord of the Mysteries.
Like,
Any Souls game. Um,
I see. You know what's funny? For me, it's Monster Prom, funnily enough.
Monster Prom. Oh, that's so cool. I
Yes.
love Monster Prom.
Because it's not like it really comes out in my art style. I just really
Uh huh.
appreciate it. Because when you
Right.
look at the art style, I feel like the head artist, at least for the first one, I think is named like Captain Hamburger or something. But
Captain
you look at him and
Hamburger.
he has such like confident, like angular, like shape language,
Uh huh.
like a big like really good like cartoonist style artists have very confident and very like purposeful art language
I
that
totally
shows
get that.
through.
Yeah.
He also has like like the I don't know if it's called I don't know the language, but like
Mm-hmm.
he's just he puts in black like for shading, like just pure black, and the contrast is just really amazing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of art style really speaks to me. So I'd say that even if I don't think I'm actively like trying to emulate it in any way, I just think it
Mm-hmm.
inspires me.
See, I see. That's fair. I just think I love the. Oh, also Reverse 1999.
Oh my
Um,
God!
I
Think
love that game's art. I literally only play that game to like screenshot cutscenes and like characters because the way they render in that game is so good.
Thank God you said something. I've been going crazy
Uh huh.
talking to people about this. Guys, what happened to that? I keep telling everyone, like, guys, remember that one gotcha game that came out before Withering Waves? And it's like this weird mob esque, like mafia esque, like thing. And then nobody
Mm,
knows what I'm talking about. Literally, I've brought it up so many times and no one can tell me the goddamn name. Reverse
yeah.
1999. I couldn't remember. You saved me.
I mean, they
You
go through
saved
so
me.
many different time periods. But yeah, I mean, it's so good. It's
Oh my
like I
gosh.
love doing art studies of that game.
That's so interesting. Do you know the artists like who worked on it? Like,
No, I
is it
don't. That's the
published at all?
problem. They don't have
Um,
any. I don't know the artists, so I don't know like where they would post their art. So I literally just play the game to take screenshots. That's like my only way of getting like
oh, so you
material
actively
for.
play it though. You actively
No,
play it.
yeah,
Just
I actively play it just for
okay.
screenshots.
My gosh. If I had to think of are there any video games that inspire me? I'd have to think about that. Hmm. Like art wise, and besides Monster Prom, I don't. Oh, let me look at my Steam. I
Hmm.
don't think there is anything. Not to say that there aren't like beautiful games that I mean, Elden Ring is very
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. It could be like
Um,
movies or shows too, and all that.
Yeah, but even then, there isn't really much. I'm just
Hmm.
inspired by, I guess, just online artists.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm definitely. I mean, you said League artist friends, so I was like maybe
Y-
League,
Yes, I have
Flashlight.
friends who've worked on Dauntless, like the Monster Hunter esque game
Oh,
online,
yeah,
Gaia Online. I think my friend even did promotional art for Smite, which is now being obsoleted. Like the
yeah.
game itself. Did you see that?
I
It's
did.
gone.
I did. Yeah. See, I see. That's pretty fucking cool, though.
Yeah, they're amazing, very cool people. Except when I play with them in League and they int my game and they. Anyway.
So I have a set of questions that were more general, and we've
Okay, yeah.
gone through half of those, and I have a set that are like personalized for my guests, like specific guests per stream.
Okay.
So these are gonna be a little rapid fire for you. In your Elden Ring playthroughs, what were your favorite bosses, weapons, and locations?
So I am a man of loyalty. So I stuck with strength build for that game, and I
Uh huh.
really like the sunflower from the was it
Yeah,
from the DLC? I just
it
really
was the
yeah.
DLC. Yeah,
I
I
love the
remember.
sunflower. It is
I
so
remember
funny.
that.
Like I think because so I was in like this like grassroots like award like VTuber. I was like nominated by a friend, and the one clip
Right.
they got from me for that was
Was the
me just
sunflower?
Yeah, just screaming sunflower slam as I just did the powered up bonk over and over again.
Do you know
Um,
the song in Plants vs Zombies?
oh my
I just
god,
imagine you
yes.
humming while slamming someone down with a sunflower. There are
Oh my god.
zombies on
These
your
on
head.
we don't like
That's so funny.
Yes, I love that, and I've got to say, oh, thank you, Zay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, bosses. I like God. I like Millennia. I liked Millennia.
Millennia. Oh my god,
I
yeah.
don't think she's my favorite, but you know how some people would say they absolutely hate her, but I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's so cool.
I liked her too. I definitely like. I know a lot of people like to bullshit about her difficulty, but
Hmm.
she's just so fun. I think her.
Yes, that is the
I
naked lady.
love.
Yes.
I love the knight with sword archetype of Soul's boss character design. I think the
Yeah.
only like big boss design like I really was like, oh, this is just insane. I think it has
Hmm.
to be like Bale. Like I was just like this. I think Bale was like the
Karsu Bell.
yeah,
Yes.
Bale
Yes.
was like
Yes.
the first
Yes.
time I was like facing a non-humanoid boss where I was like, oh my god, this is just insane.
Oh, I really like the first fight for Radon. Is that his name? Radon.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I think that was cool. I
That was pretty
unfortunately
sick.
played him after he was like
After nerf, yeah.
after nerf, so I didn't get to experience the brokenness of before because I don't know
Uh-huh.
if I would have liked it or hated it, but I think it's unfortunate I didn't get
Right.
to experience it.
Mm.
Um, so
No,
I
that's
think
fair.
he's really cool because you're just out in the desert. There was a big like prelude to it. I kind of stumbled into it. I didn't know what I was
Yeah.
getting into, and it just happened. I was like, oh, this is sick as hell. Okay. So I gotta say that. Are we just talking about Elden Ring? Just specifically Elden Ring?
Specifically Elden Ring, yeah.
So I think my takeaways would be um Radon and God, I almost want to say second Radon again. Armed and dangerous
Yeah.
again, Radon. um but I think Millennia. I think Millennia because it's like it just kind of like embodies
I get it.
Dark
Yeah.
Souls for me. Yeah, it's like you could do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
It is get good, but like just do it.
I think aesthetically too, I loved Midra.
Midra. Wait, which one's Midra?
The chaos old man.
Chaos old. Oh, the guy, the sunflower head or the
No, no,
starburst
no.
head.
The
Wait,
guy
Midra?
that yeah, the guy that had his like the ribcage sword thing.
Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
guy who
yeah,
has
yeah,
like a
yeah.
little sun for a head. Yes, yeah, I did like that guy
Yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah.
He was kind of easy.
It was cool. Oh
He was.
yeah, it was easy, but it was just cool
The big thing
visually.
I like about Elden Ring is its environmental storytelling. I think that's my
Oh yeah.
takeaway. I think of all the games I've ever played, it's I think that's why it's lauded so well as an open world game because of its
Yeah.
environmental storytelling. Like if you're gonna make an open
100%.
world game, environmental storytelling should be a huge factor. I mean, that's why people like Assassin's Creed took place in like this period piece Italy, and then you get to see
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. And I guess at least back then they used it well, right? Although that
Yeah.
wasn't exactly open world. But like stuff like that, and I think Elden Ring just embodies
Hi Moo, hi Luciphine,
that
hi
kind of
Moni. Sorry,
game
I'm not
design.
really looking at chat too much during these streams, but I appreciate you guys all. Thank you. Yeah, no, I get that. And then are you are we gonna be Night Rain buddies?
Night
Are we
Rain?
squatting up?
Oh, I'd be so down.
Are we
God,
squatting
I
up?
forgot that existed, bro. I forgot that that was just a random. They just casually dropped like. Oh my God, yes. What the heck?
Yeah, we're squatting up. I think it's
They,
4 people, right? Max? I'd love
oh,
to. You
I
were like the
have no
first person I
clue, but
thought of. I was like, oh my god,
I'm
it's
down.
roguelike souls. Hell fucking yeah, dude. I need mango in this bitch.
Yeah, I'm casually down. I'm absolutely. What the heck?
As a mango witch, several questions. Is it cannibalism when you eat mangoes?
I see it more as survival of the fittest. If those mangoes were better than me, they would have simply ate me. I don't know what to tell you.
It's like when you're fighting in the in the woo.
Yeah, I have simply absorbed the other mangoes and inherited their powers.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Uh,
What
like
about what about your lore? Like what kind of witch are you? Are you like
I'm
the
too,
potion
dude.
brewing, spell casting,
The thing is,
divining?
I really want to make lore like that, but I'm always so
Mm.
embarrassed to start because I've never. Okay, so I've never done like role play kind of stuff. Like not even like
Oh yeah,
really.
yeah, yeah.
I've only done like one like D&D campaign and one Call of
Right.
Cthulhu game in my life, so it's not
Uh-huh.
something that comes naturally. So I'd love to do it, but it also doesn't help that my name is Mango Framer and I can't take myself seriously.
Fair
Where
enough.
I'm just like, all right, man.
Yeah, all right, buddy. Your name's Mango Framer.
Yeah, let's cool it. Let's cool it, huh?
Put the pen down.
Yeah, it's just you're not cooking. You're not cooking. Put it down.
I see, I see.
I would imagine. I think they're all really interesting, and if I
Mm.
can't think of it right now, but if I started writing it, I'm sure I would. How have you ever written anything like
Oh, I have like pages of lore cooked up.
really,
Um,
really?
yeah, this will tie into another question later. But
Okay,
I have a heap load of stuff for later.
okay,
Um,
okay.
but yeah. Do you would you have a familiar?
I do have familiars. It's my bat familiars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got two of them. Well, I only originally had two of them, but
Mm.
every artist I commission keeps making more and more of them.
More?
So I'm at this point I'm like, frick it. I'll have two named ones, and the rest ones are like the little helpers in Spirited Away. Like they don't get names.
Oh,
They're
the
just
Sid
the little,
spirits.
yeah, the little spirits that come and go. It's fine.
Are they your
um,
main gangers?
my main gooners, yeah.
Your main gooners.
What about you? Did you come up with VTuber lore or that I don't know
Oh,
about?
dude, I have in terms of my lore, I've had like this. I guess this will tie into another project, or another question. Do you have any like creative projects, like a long term big project that you've would have want to do, but like it would like it's more like a dream project kind of thing.
Dream project. Like, hmm.
Not like the Minecraft YouTuber, but like
That wasn't even. I don't have enough brain rot for dream to come into my mind when someone says the word dream to me.
good.
um, um, I, gosh, it's hard. I feel like perfectionism and procrastination in my mind makes me like give up before I even start a lot of
Start,
things.
yeah.
I did have like an interview thing I wanted to do.
Ooh.
But I always like it's always self-defeatist in my mind, but I'm probably gonna do
Uh-huh.
it at some point. The one thing is when I did I show you the Nico May piece that I did for Christmas?
Think
It's the
so?
one, yeah, it's the one with the reference piece was a shop in Harajuku.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. That
Dropped it.
one that was like my second environmental
Mm.
art ever. And I think I want to do one of that. Like just like some people just have an art
Mm.
piece that they revisit
Hmm.
whenever they like feel like it and they just like
Yeah.
solely add on to that. I'd want to do that, I think. I think that is very enticing to me, I'd say.
Hi, Zane. See, I see. Yeah, that's pretty freaking cool.
Um let's see.
I
I
I've
I don't think I
gone
have
a
anything else
little
though.
too close to the sun with my ideas.
Did you? What
Yeah,
do you
well,
mean
I
by
mean,
that?
it's something. It's so. I've got two massive projects I want to do.
Okay.
When I'm gonna be able to do them, no idea because it's such a large scale thing. Um,
Mhm.
so I want to do like a first thing is like ever since I was in like middle school, I would have like this world building go on in my head, like where you just sometimes just have that like world building dreams or
Mhm,
daydreams or
mhm,
like dozing off. And
mhm.
I've just been expanding on it till now, and still do. So I just have this large multiversal, not multiversal, but like expanded world that I have that I would probably end up having my VTubers lore as just like a small side bit in, with a lot of
Mhm.
other stuff going on with like its own like power system, magic system, religion, politics, history, like everything, like a fully expanded world, that I would end up creating a bunch of massive lore projects in the future. Um, I have this archive project series going on,
Okay.
where I create a bunch of lore for my VTuber and other things in the universe. I say that I have it, but like I haven't worked on it in so long. I think I released like two and then like stopped. But it's something I want to pick back up. Um, where I'll release little like pieces, like pieces and dockets of information and stuff in
Mhm,
the same
mhm.
way that like it would be in like the SCP Foundation or like you'd find in a Resident Evil or Elden Ring game where like sometimes
Oh,
I'll draw like an
okay.
object and then I'll include a description of it that would say something about it. Or I did like a detective police report, um discussing like a certain event that happened in my lore or something.
Mhm,
Um
mhm.
so I just want to like do a lot of stuff like that. Like maybe next time it'll be like an audio cipher or a physical location that gets analyzed or whatever. But that's like one of my big projects. The other one is I wanted to make like an ad lib style card collecting TTRPG esque universe for my whole community that
Mhm.
is like D&D kind of ish, like an RPG, but the characters, enemies, items, locations, stories, music, everything is 100% created by like me and my communities, and
Okay.
they get like voted in. So like a bunch of people can submit their ideas for like certain weapon designs and descriptions, all that stuff, and then like they'll get voted in, and then like it'll be like a seasonal thing where it's like every season new items would be like introduced, new locations would be introduced. There'd be like story, lore, plot, everything that I would kind of like put together. And like maybe like if you're a writer, you'd submit like lore on things or story plot. Um, if you'd like to make music, you'd maybe like do like combat music or OC music or whatever. And then I had to figure out how to like do a whole website, do like card collecting for like certain things, but it would also be like in the roguelike kind of way where like okay, like maybe you roll and then you're given choices of certain encounters, like okay, enemy encounter, draw an enemy card from a certain deck that would be like this forest has these cards of these types of enemies, random draw, little dumb card game kind of combat thing, and then random number generation on like what type of loot could be dropped or whatever, and then people can collect them all, and maybe I'd find some way of managing PvP or whatever. It's like a ridiculously impossible task for me to do alone, and especially
Yeah, I
with
was
me
gonna
to do
say.
with in any kind of in any kind of facet. But like if I was theoretically like a millionaire, and had all the time in the world, that
Yeah.
is probably like what I would want to do, because it's a great
Yeah.
way to inspire creators and artists who are experiencing like art block or creative block to like have these prompts and like be motivated to create stuff, and they can be credited for their creations, they can see it all. It's its own like open opportunity, and it's also fun and engaging for all the different creators who can work on their own characters and tell their own story whenever they're experiencing that creative block or whatever. But
That's
it's like all of those things are so big. It's like I don't I don't even know where I would start. But
that's hard,
uh,
right? I mean, like you wanted to.
oh, a
They
million
say
percent.
the first step is the most important.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, where do you start? That's a lot of stuff.
yeah.
Like I guess I mean, have you
It
outlined
is.
anything? Like I mean, you've thought
I've
about it
outlined like
clearly.
everything
Like,
I want to do. I started thinking about it more solidly in Japan.
mm,
Um,
mm,
and obviously I've talked. I've like really like I think this is the first time I really like talked about my idea more fleshed out. But I
Mhm.
ran that trial period with the I was like ad lib style art thing for my October art like Arttober thing.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
but it would just be like on a hugely massive scale. And very and slightly different to it all. Um, but it is definitely like I've like fleshed out like what I would need to do. But it's like there's so many other things in my life that I have to do first. So it's like it's one of those like back burner bucket list type of things that
Mhm.
I would eventually tackle, but is further back on my priorities list.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. That sounds really. I mean, oh my God, Nini can tell you about this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I really did. I do like obviously not to the scale that you're talking, but I really have always wanted to DM and like make this big world that I can revisit and that people
Uh-huh.
are, like players would actually like, enjoy and stuff.
No,
But
yeah, that's like essentially what yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying too.
yeah, the
Like for like
entry,
artists.
yeah, the entry is so difficult.
It
But
is.
I
It
think
is,
something
yeah.
big like that would probably hit big. Like I don't know. I just think it's so
If executed well, yeah.
yeah, right?
Hmm.
Oh my God, have we ever talked about the SCP foundation?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Are you like big into them? Like what's your experience?
I'm like I would say like I'm moderately into them. I've been trying to get into them more recently, but I just don't have a lot of time. But like I definitely
Mhm,
know like all the very mainstream ones, like Shy Guy or
mhm,
um
mhm.
Scarlet
You know,
King and
your boy kind of wrote an SCP actually.
Wait, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Which one?
Oh, you have to guess. Which one is most me? Which one do you think is me?
There's like 5,000. I don't know.
Oh, there's like 9,000, don't or like
Oh,
8,000.
I have no idea.
Damn. I mean, just take a guess, man. I mean, could be any of them, really.
55.
55. You think okay, okay. I'm not the founding member. I'm not a founding member of the SCP Foundation. Let's not do 55. 55 is pretty lit. That's the
Anti-meme.
anti-meme one. That's the first
Yeah.
anti-meme actually before they even started using the word anti-meme.
Anti-meme, yeah.
No, no. I wrote SCP 2295. So which is I said I was asking you which is the most me, but when I
Uh-huh.
think about it, I love SCP for the horror aspects.
Right.
And
Me too.
I didn't write a horror one, so am I the problem?
It's a safe teddy bear.
It's yeah. What's wrong with
That the
little
one?
teddy bear? Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I asked you which one is me. Like you thought I
Yeah.
was gonna make one that just kills people,
No, no.
anti memes you to death. What am I missing on this one?
Wow. I have to read that later.
It's a very short read.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wrote
yeah.
I wrote that a long time ago, and it's very simple, and people really gravitated towards it, which I'm happy. But that's also
That's fucking cool.
it's the only thing I've ever written. I think.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, there's Star for lore.
Oh yeah, I can put that. I can incorporate the SCP Foundation into my lore. You're right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just go ahead and do that right now.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Do you have a guilty pleasure?
A guilty pleasure, huh? Let me think about that. Do I have a guilty pleasure? Guilty pleasure. Gooning it with the boys.
Gooning it with the boys.
I find any I find any gotcha to be a guilty pleasure to me. So I guess
Hmm.
ZZZ, I suppose. I mean, I don't
That's
actively feel
fair.
guilty about engaging with it, but I would say that
Uh,
that counts for me as a guilty. What would you say? Am I being too tame? What's your guilty pleasure? Do I have to dig deeper? Do I have to like?
uh, I I had to think about this question myself.
Oh, bro, wasn't ready.
No, I wasn't really planning to answer my own question.
I'm turning everything back on you. Like you can't
I
just
know I'm getting Uno reversed for everything now, and I'm like, oh fuck. Guilty
guilty pleasure.
pleasure. Honestly, I mean, I'm not like you said. I'm not. It's not something I'm super guilty of. Like I'll still feel guilty. I'm like, oh, why did I do this? But it's more like internally guilty than it is like I'm guilty of it in the sense that I would want to hide it from others because I'm like ashamed of it or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, I love I love consuming garbage content sometimes.
I know so
Um,
many people like that. I just don't understand the. I don't understand the
it's
appeal. Well, I do understand the appeal, but it doesn't
it's
appeal to me.
junk food, man. It's just junk food. Like sometimes I get like it's like I get tired of eating like a good steak every day. Like sometimes I just want a bag of chips, you know?
I feel that, but I can't. I don't know, man. I try and I'm like, why am I doing this? I think the Oh, I did read Domestic Girlfriend,
Oh.
like the entirety of
Okay,
it
see,
too.
I haven't done that. I wouldn't do
Before
that.
it was even an anime, I
Oh
had already read it.
no. Oh god.
Before it became even anything in the public zeitgeist, I was already reading it.
All right, we found your red flag.
Yeah, that's probably a red flag actually, if I had to say anything about it.
The
It
opening is a banger though. I had no
it's
reason
so
going that hard.
good. It's like really popular, I think.
Yeah,
Like
it is super
especially for
popular.
karaoke.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, for good reason. It's a banger. It's wasted on that show, I gotta say.
it is. That's
Um,
so funny though, domestic. Because I know you were talking about Tales of Demons and Gods,
ugh, I hated that.
which
I
is
hated it so much.
trash. It is
It is so
garbage.
bad. It is so bad. It's you know who? Oh my god. Wait, was it Nini who recommended it? Was it Nini who
Was it?
recommended it? I hope it's
God,
Nini
never
so I
mind.
can
I'm
trash
sorry,
him
Nini.
for
I
it.
hope I. Okay, now we had the exact opposite reaction. I was like, I hope it
Oh
wasn't Nini, so I don't. I
no,
didn't
I
just
hope it
say it's
is
garbage to
because
his
it's his fault that
face.
I read it. Then it's either him or my friend Ray. I think Ray
Uh,
recommended Solo Leveling to me, which I also think is would be a guilty pleasure if I was into it, which I'm not. I don't like it at all.
huh. I like
Uh,
solo leveling purely for the art. Um,
yes, that's what I hear people say. That's what I
and
hear
like it
people.
got me into uh manhwa, and then eventually got me into web novels, which got me into LOTM. So I'm like, okay, it got me into my
Mm,
number one hyperfixation.
it gets a
So
pass. It gets a pass.
yeah, it's kind of like when people say like, oh, I can't ever hate on Dragon Ball because it got me into anime.
I don't see many people who hate on Dragon Ball. I think the only people who hate on Dragon Ball are like,
I think it's mid, but like at the same time, I respect its
is that
influence.
hate? I don't think that's hate. I don't know. That's criticism. I suppose.
I guess,
Um,
yeah. But I mean, some people treat them synonymously.
mm, I. It's like I don't know if maybe you're one of the people who I'm about to describe, but like I think it's the same people who. Actually, no. I was gonna compare it to like Superman in the terms of like. I think
Is
Superman
it a
is
hot
really
take for
good.
me to say I hate Superman?
No, but I think it's there's a very prescient like quote or something from like a YouTuber like Cosmonaut Variety Hour where it's like you don't hate Superman. It's I don't actually remember it. It's like you don't hate Superman. You just hate like what the media has shown you of Superman. Like what you don't
Hmm.
you only hate like the movies and like I don't know the DCU or whatever they're calling it.
Mm.
The comics are a banger, but I can understand it because I also am not very appealed to like Dragon Ball or Superman, just a
Uh
guy
huh.
who is really powerful and just can
Yeah, me
overcome it.
neither.
Like you know they're gonna overcome it.
Uh huh.
Which is not the core conceit of a Superman comic.
Of
It's more
course,
like
yeah.
yeah, it's other
I'm
stuff.
the same. I hate to admit this. Maybe another red flag.
Mm.
I'm. I cannot just enjoy something purely for substance. There has to be some style to it, and I
No,
just
I
do
agree with
not
that.
like the style of most American superheroes. Spider-Man, amazing. Like creative power, creative execution, quirky, fun personality, and like a cool design. Um, I look at like Captain America, the Hulk, Superman, and I'm like, these feel so Western in terms of their like execution of these like super strength, super speeds, like flying. Like I don't know, like when I think about like superpowers and the way they're executed like that, they just feel so like basic. I don't know. I think like, oh, laser eyes, that's so superhero in like the most
Mm,
boring way, like bland way.
I mean, I think that's just true. I think I am the same way. I had a discussion a few whatevers ago. I think
Uh-huh.
with Magic Sword in my chat actually about video games and how
Yeah.
I would not play a game I think is ugly. I didn't play My Time at
Oh,
Portia because I
100%.
thought it was ugly.
Uh-huh.
And I can't think of a game that I really like that I've actually played through its entirety that is
Uh-huh.
ugly. You know what I mean? That I perceive as
Yeah.
ugly. Like I don't think
Yeah.
Undertale is ugly. I don't think Amori is ugly. I just play those games and I think I especially with a comfy game. I'm sure there's differences in genre. Like I can stomach like
Yeah.
X game if it's ugly, if it's like a I don't know, a horror game or something, like a Chill's art game,
Mm.
or something like that. But like, I wouldn't play a game if it's ugly, and I wouldn't watch an anime if I think it was like if it was like insulting, if it was like offensive to me, like like
Yeah.
style wise.
No, 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 no. I get that. I get that. How I'm
So
feeling about my drawing right now.
I'm not even at the point. I'm sure you're almost done with it. I'm not even at the point where I could even say if it's ugly or not because I just haven't progressed enough
That's
into
no, that's fair.
it.
If you're OC, if Mingo Framer
Mhm,
got isekai'd into our modern world, what
mhm.
would their first thing? What would their reaction be? Like, what would be the first thing they do, and what kind of job do you think they would end up in?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Do you separate yourself from your VTuber? And to what degree do you
N-
do it?
yes and no. Obviously Drac himself is a character I created with his own lore and story, but at the same
Mhm,
time, like he's still me. A lot of his lore and story is inspired off of me. His design is literally inspired off of me. Um,
mhm,
so in that aspect, no, I don't separate him. But also, like he is, a character that I am writing lore about with his own type of personality in its own sense.
mhm.
Especially because I have two VTubers who are very much so in conflict with each other. In lore and stuff. So
Yeah. Um, okay, okay, that's okay. So, I don't since I don't have lore and stuff, it's hard for me to separate my VTuber
mm.
as is.
Yeah,
So
but it's
it's
just like as a Mingo witch.
as a
What's
mango
the
witch.
as a Mingo witch? What is like the function
What
at like what kind of reaction we have into modern day Earth?
modern day? What would they do? Um, honestly, survivalist YouTuber. Yeah, survivalist YouTuber. I'm gonna lock that in.
Survivalist YouTuber? Like what does that mean?
Like they vlog, they go out into the wilderness and they just have a
Oh,
they fish,
oh,
they
like
survive,
yeah,
they
yeah,
do
yeah, like
whatever.
those guys that do all the like
Yeah.
riverside like cooking or
And
whatever.
you want to know why? You want to know why
Why?
specifically? My VTuber doesn't have eczema and doesn't have the crazy allergies I have. I feel like I would farm
Ah,
and do all that, or I would camp and
all
do all that
the
stuff more if I didn't have severe
freedom
eczema.
that you could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
see.
like my mango witch. I'm literally a plant. So what am I gonna be worried about?
True, true.
It's all comfy. It's all good to me.
I see.
Is there only one mango witch or multiple mango witches? I mean, it's
That's
just
that's
me.
also a good question.
I've seen a lot of other fruit VTubers, but I haven't seen any other fruit witches. I've seen plant witches. I haven't seen fruit witches.
So that makes me ask a different question. I know your lore's not fleshed out,
Hmm.
but are you a mango first or a witch first? Like, did you start
I
off
think
as a mango that
I
learned
think
witchcraft?
I'm so I was shit posting with I think maybe probably Nico honestly about like fake
Uh-huh.
about lore. And have you ever watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yes.
You know that
Yes.
one line where it says she turned me into a newt? I
Yeah,
imagine
yeah, yeah.
I crossed a witch and
And they
she turned me into a mango. And out of
uh-huh.
spite, I learned magic just to turn myself back, but it didn't work entirely.
Uh-huh.
So I just became a mango witch. So I think the answer would be became a mango, then I became a witch. Then I became a mango
I
witch.
see. That's that's lore right there.
Well, it's not
That's a
something.
start to a backstory.
Maybe I do have commitment issues because I don't
You
know if I
can
can commit to that.
you can always expand on it and see how you feel later.
True, true. I've been meaning to, for sure.
In terms of like my lore and stuff, like I haven't released most of it to my chat. Like I think 99% of my lore is hidden from my chat because I'm still like refining so much of it.
Oh yeah, I could easily believe that from you.
Like I when I say my lore is expansive, it's expensive to the point where okay, there's a little bit of spoiler for everyone here. I have plans on making a lore ARG in the
Mhm.
future. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet, but I would love to do that. And really make like I almost like I know like a lot of people will be like, oh, but like VTubers, you know, like your lore doesn't really that matter that much. You're here to like you know, you're a streamer, entertainer. But like for me, it's like, dude, I want to be a lore heavy VTuber, not in like the way like, oh, I'm gonna RP as my character, kind of important, but like I feel like drag at this point is like just an OC that I've really developed so much now that I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, I really want to like create a whole like world and breathe life into it in a way that like everyone can enjoy. So it's like I do want to focus on my lore as an art VTuber in a
Yeah, that
way.
makes sense. I mean, lore and art kind of go hand in hand, so it makes
Yeah.
sense you'd want, one would beget the other for you.
Yeah.
That just makes a lot of sense to me. So
If you're
release the lore
OC
then. Release the lore then, you
I will, I
coward.
will, I will. It's just I'm a perfectionist about it. I have so much like stuff in my head about it. I'm like, oh, I gotta do all this and that. It's a big work in progress project that I am working on. If
Mm.
Mango Framer the witch got arrested
Got arrested?
or canceled, what would it be for?
What? I can't. What are you asking me right? Okay, okay. Let me think about this. If the mango, the witch, arson. Lock it in.
Arson, like accidental or on purpose?
What are you, a cop? Do I have to answer that?
I'm not a vet.
What are you, a cop? I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. How dare you? I'm not. I'm not. I'm not admitting to anything in this hypothetical crime.
Fair. I think Drac would get arrested or get in trouble with the IRS or some kind of financial crime because
Ah,
he just doesn't get the concept of taxes.
oh, I was gonna ask if it's like it was a rebellious kind of thing, but no, you just don't. You just don't get
I
it.
think Drac is just too stupid.
Just too stupid to exist in a in a government facilitated
Yeah,
civilization. I got you.
100%.
Oh, I need to fix this. Hmm. What kind of music do you listen to when you do art? Do you listen to music when you do art? Is it too
I
distracting?
do. My I hate to be that guy
Hmm.
that's like, "Oh, I listen to everything."
I listen to everything.
But I think I do actually listen to everything. And I think I can confidently say that. Like there are obviously some genres I don't really like. But that doesn't mean like there are
Say
rules.
country, and you'll really be like that guy.
I
Like I
know.
listen to a bit of
I usually
everything
do say
except
country,
country.
but
Hmm.
like it's not just country. There are other genres I won't listen to other than country. And even in country, there are some country songs that I'll like. It's just like obviously like there's some that I don't. Like I definitely think I have certain genres that I like over others. But like I look at my playlist right now, I've got Twice playing right now. My next song
Okay.
is a Hoyo verse, like a Genshin Impact OST song. And then after that is the Monster High opening. And then after that is
I thought you said Monster
Billy
Musume. My brain processed that as
No, no, no,
Monster
no.
Musume. I'm like, what is
After
he
that
listening
is
to?
after that is Billie Eilish. What was I made for from the Barbie movie? I've got
Oh, okay, okay.
indie rock after that. And then I've got the Bleach #1 opening. And then after that I've got what's it called? Like hyper pop internet fucking music, and then after that's Juice World, then Biba Doobie, then Green Day,
Biba
then the
Doobie.
Persona 3 song.
Which one? Like the
Um,
Master Shard? Baby, baby, baby,
it's
baby.
going down now,
Oh, okay, okay.
and then Lil Uzi, and then TNT the Minecraft parody, and then BTS, and then Kendrick, and then songs like sounds of like despair in the void, and then Barely Human, and then Claro, and then The Living Tombstone, and then Rick Montgomery, and then Searle, then Travis Scott, then Katy Perry. So it's like I do think I can relatively say that I'm a little bit everywhere. Like I don't really have any specific genres. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this genre or whatever. I'm just like, all right, here's my song vomit. Enjoy.
Do you ever listen to classical?
Mhm.
Okay.
Not
I'm kind of with you. I'm just
emo
with
rock
whatever is my
classical.
addiction at the time is probably what I'm listening to while drawing, or whatever
Yeah,
is
and
like.
like if I like how it sounds too, like if I find myself vibing to it, I like it. And then
When you
also
draw, oh sorry.
a lot of times I will make playlists for certain things I'm drawing. Like if I want to draw like I have a playlist that I found on Spotify that someone else made that's just like one of those dumb POV playlists, but it's like the horror game female protagonist playlist.
Mm,
Like Fatal Frame type shit.
okay.
Um and I'm like, okay, I love doing like I'll listen to that when I'm brainstorming or drawing like my like OC art or writing lore or whatever, because I like making stuff that's very cute but also really unsettling and creepy at the same time. Like that's how I describe my art style.
Yeah.
um so like sometimes, and then like I have a whole playlist for songs that my OCs would listen to, and then I have a whole playlist of songs that like fit my OC's vibe and stuff like that. So like I definitely do, depending on like, oh, I want to draw this, then I'll be like, all right, let's bang out this playlist right now. So sometimes
Mhm.
it gets atmospheric or like ambience related.
Okay. I can vibe with that. I think.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and like stuff
Mm.
like that, but I'm finding it harder and harder to actually listen to them and do stuff like that while drawing. You know what I mean? I don't know if other
Mm-hmm.
people have that problem, but
That's
it's really
fair.
tough for me.
That multitasking.
Oh, dude, I'm so bad. I think my ADHD has gone so bad, and I can't help but think a large part of it is streaming. Is
Yeah.
due to streaming. Like my retention rate is just so garbage now.
I think that's fair. I think I've discovered a lot of potential diagnoses off of streaming, which obviously I wouldn't recommend, but definitely
um,
something I'm like, oh wow.
I get that. Does anyone ever tell you you have X thing? Like,
Yes, I
oh,
I have gotten so many autism allegations throughout my past year and a half of streaming. I'm like pretty convinced I have
really?
autism.
Oh my
Uh,
God, I was talking about this a few days ago.
Even
You
my
ever hear about those things?
coworkers,
Do you ever
yeah,
hear about those? Like, oh my God, there's this one thing where it's like if you like walking around your house on tippy toes, you have autism. Like they say
I do
that's an
that. I
indicator.
know.
Yeah, they do. They all that other thing, but
Yeah,
you could just like the feel of it. I mean, it
that's
doesn't.
true.
It's but
Until like I start agreeing with like 90% of the things people will say, and then I'm like,
you just keep agreeing. You just
guys.
know. I mean, that's something for your doctor in it.
Yeah, of course. So it's more like something I'm like, okay, there's a pretty good chance. I'm not gonna make any confirmations, but there's a pretty good chance.
It's a pretty good chance. Makes sense. I mean, I just feel like
And a
since
lot of
autism
times,
is a spectrum, there's no like good way of like guaranteeing you do or do not have it.
oh yeah,
Without like
100%
a medical whatever.
diagnosis. Yeah, and a
Yeah.
lot of times I'll start stream, and like I'm actually a really good reader because I read all the time and I have no problem reading.
Bragging right
But I
here. This
swear
man
to
can
God,
read. Must be nice.
I will turn stream on, and I swear develop dyslexia for the time and duration that the go live is ticking. I don't know
Oh,
what it
me
is, but the
too.
second I go live, suddenly I just cannot read. Like the amount of times I'll fumble stuff in chat that like isn't that difficult. It's
Mhm.
it's it's baffling, and I'm like, guys, I swear I can read. I don't know what's going on.
I'll say I don't have anything as bad as that, but I will say I find that when I'm streaming, and even if
Mhm.
I'm not getting overstimmed by like if I'm in a collab or something, I end up
Yeah.
getting overstimmed and I'm unable to actually process things, so I just talk and yap and
Uh
don't
huh.
know what I'm saying. Even
Yeah.
when that isn't happening, I find myself stuttering a lot, and I've never really
Uh,
stuttered. Like I'd say that I'm a pretty good, like I used to be pretty good at public speaking,
no, me
right?
too.
But yeah, now it's gotten so bad.
Like I feel like I develop like speech impediments when I'm streaming.
Yeah, yeah, it's just kind of like, what am I saying right now? Why am I saying this?
Yeah.
You don't normally talk like this. And now when you need to talk like a normal human being, you're flubbing it, Mango. What's happening?
Someone
What's
said
with that?
VTuber debuff in my chat.
It actually is. I'm not kidding. It's the streamer debuff. It's like, dang. Dang. Oh, thank you, Sheila. I don't know if I like the I'm just trying to I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm yapping.
So real. I feel like I've just drawn Viper from Valorant.
Yo, welcome to my world.
I accidentally just drawn Viper.
It's my fault because I made you play Valorant.
That one
Oh,
time, yeah.
you know what's crazy? That was I played Valorant after, like just by myself,
Uh-huh.
solo queue. I had the best teammates
My
ever. We were all
condolences.
communicative. They were all like
It's my
adults.
fault.
We're all talking nice. And then why is it when we stream it? It's I mean I assume it's just it's like mid afternoon on a Friday is why we had such bad
Streamer
teammates.
luck.
Yeah, maybe it is streamer luck.
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm sorry for making you play Valorant. I'm sorry.
No, I
I
had fun. I
friends don't make other friends
genuinely
play Valorant. That's the problem here.
genuinely I would have never laughed that hard at that one kid if it wasn't I'm still that's still like an ingrained memory for me now.
It is. I still talk about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
my friends who were there on the stream when we hang out, they talk about it. And they're like,
Yeah,
remember the
no, it's just
8-year-old,
like
that
it's
sexist 8-year-old? I'm
unforgettable.
like,
Yeah,
how could I
remember?
forget? How could I forget? He went full Green Goblin mask. The Goblin mask called to him the moment he heard a woman. It's like it was crazy.
And that actually baffled me because like we were actively like basically cooking him, and he was being polite and respectful, and then the second like the woman breathed, he was like,
Yeah, it's so it was again I
it was
specifically
baffling.
it is the Green Goblin mask, like
Yeah, it
a
really
flip switch.
was.
And then he talks to us and he is so normal.
Yeah, even though like
He was
we're the
so
ones
polite to
being
you.
mean to
Yeah, he
him.
was so
Yeah, I
polite to you, and
know.
you were actively railing against him. And it's
I
like
know.
it's obviously he just hates women, or he feels comfortable demeaning women for some weird reason.
Yeah. I was like, oh, all right, that's what we're doing today.
Wait, did you want to share chats? I forgot that was an option.
The only reason I'm not doing share chat is one, I forgot to do it, and two, I think it's okay if like since we're both looking at our chats,
Mhm.
if our chats are talking about like what we're drawing, like
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah.
That's right. You're for
And
true.
it's not like
Yeah.
I said, it's not a big deal to keep a secret. And today is a pilot episode, so you are my test
I'm the
subject.
guinea pig. I can work the
Yeah, you
kinks
are the
out.
guinea pig. Yeah, we'll work out all the kinks.
That's fine with me.
Um, yeah, so still figuring it out.
That way I can come in like a year from
Yep.
now and be like, "Wow, you're so much
You didn't
more
even
put
have to say
together."
the last part. You could have just ended it at the beginning.
What? I can come?
Just come in.
I can come? You can
Yeah,
come.
you can come.
Thanks. I didn't know I needed permission now, but thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
My
Anytime.
fault. I should ask every time. I'll just call you up every time, I guess.
Yeah, you can come. Of
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate
course,
it.
of course.
I gave you both of the nuke keys, and yeah, or one key for me,
Both
one
of
for you, and you have to turn it at the same time I do, I guess.
yeah.
Oh my
Do you
god.
have a do you have anything like what type of do you like have anything you like to collect?
Collect? Yes, I collect. I like collecting sweaters, and I have
Oh, like
begun
what kind?
collecting mugs. I'm not like overly ambitious with it. It's just like if it happens, it happens.
Mugs.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, like I have like a nice little frog sweater. I've got this one Princess Peach sweater that I got from a. Are you at all familiar with Super Smash Brothers?
Somewhat, yes.
They had like a invitational that they used to do called the Summit.
Uh-huh.
And they would sell merch, to actually, raise it, and so like the winners can get
Yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah.
And so they sold a Princess Peach shirt, and I have or crew neck, and I have that, and then I have like an Amori one, and etc. I've got a few. I don't have a lot, but I cherish the ones I do have, and I want to get more.
Uh-huh. I see.
What
I
about you? What
see.
about you? No, I was not at
Oh.
Summit. I would never make
Merch.
my. I would never try to surround myself with Super Smash Brothers players. That's not good. No, 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 no. I
I
like
have
to
so many
admire from a
things
distance. From a distance
collect.
outside of my olfactory senses can pick up. You know what I mean? Smash players don't
I
power chat. Chat.
I collect I have a lot of like merch from like hyperfixations, obviously.
Hmm.
I love collecting pocket watches.
Okay.
Um like I just like cool things that are of that type of like aesthetic of if I were to be um me if I was in a world with unimaginable horrors beyond my comprehension.
What?
Um
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, I like collecting like I like Victorian era stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
Dark academia, gothic, horror too. Anything that would like fit those kind of vibes. And if I see I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah."
Hell yeah, that's my jam right there. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel
Madness
like
core.
I don't have a good attention span for interests where I'll hyperfixate and then I'll let it go
Mm.
and then I will not be interested after that.
Mm.
Um, so I don't know. I used to be able to stick with it more. Like I was obsessed with Civilization for a while. Like I think I have 1,000 hours
Sid
logged into
Meier's.
it. Yeah, Sid Meier's Civilization. New one's coming out. I
I
can't
heard,
imagine
yeah.
myself being as obsessed as I was back when I was really obsessed with it.
Uh-huh. Fair.
What about you? Are there games that you're? Well, I guess. I mean, you said Dark Souls or at least Elden Ring, right?
I yeah. I would say like so before I started VTubing, I actually didn't play any games that weren't like free multiplayer FPS games. So like I said, I went through the Overwatch, Apex, Fortnite,
Rainbow Six Siege.
Valorant, Rainbow, yeah. Um, except for Destiny. That was like the only game I played growing up.
Oh, you
Since
know
like I
what?
said, it was my
Destiny.
dad's PS3.
Yeah, I forgot that. I always forget Destiny exists, but that was kind of like my only time I ever reached out to random people online because I didn't have
Yeah.
friends who played Destiny. So I'd have to go on like the looking for team chat or
Yeah,
subreddit.
the LFGs, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, you've unlocked a core memory again.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like I wouldn't say I have games that I like super revisit constantly. I think like yeah, like it was Fortnite for a while. I think Fortnite the longest. Like I think I played Fortnite for five
Is
or
there an
six
era
years.
of gaming of your life that you particularly miss the most?
Yeah. Um, I would say Fortnite still, but like when I
Really?
was happy
Okay.
playing Fortnite.
When I was
Um,
happy. So you just
yeah,
miss when you were
before
happy.
yeah. There was just that specific time I had a summer class. I was the I was the type of person that would take college classes in high school
Hmm.
to skip APs and stuff like that.
Yes.
Along with my friends. So
Hmm.
me and my friends would go take our college courses over the summer, and then
Hmm.
we'd get back from those classes and we'd all get on Fortnite together. and just have a blast. And it was just like dumb shit every day, and we're just having the time of our lives. That summer was probably like one of my favorite summers in my life.
Okay, I like that. I like
I
that
think that was the
answer.
last time like I really played that game casually. And had fun with it.
That's kind of sad when you phrase it like that, but
I know,
get it.
I know, but like I really did like end up tunnel visioning into competitive for several years after that, and it made me so miserable.
Yeah, I feel like games like Rivals and Fortnite, when I don't even play Fortnite, or Dead by Daylight, are
Yeah.
ruined when you take it seriously because it just,
Hmm.
for me, is not a game to be taken seriously.
Like
Um,
I don't mind taking them seriously. I'm still very competitive as a person, so
mm,
I like playing Fortnite and sweating, and I like playing Rivals and sweating, and even ranked in these games. But now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I understand that I don't, I don't have to like make it a life or death situation kind of. Like I was very much so like
you've
I have to
moderated it a
make
bit.
yeah, it's like I can play ranked now without it being like too serious for me still. Like I'm always going to still do it cuz I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah. I want to get better and I want to play the game competitively and all that." But
Mm-hmm.
there was a time like when I was playing Fortnite, I was like super like I was like, "Okay, I'm playing this to go pro, you know?" Um,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
and then I would get to comparing myself with other like pros
Oh.
or other competitive players, and then that
Mm,
like problem of like always not like falling short or whatever. And I became super reflective, and I started like judging my worth on how I performed in Fortnite.
yeah.
Which sounds so ridiculous now, but
I don't think so. It doesn't matter
uh,
what it is because like when you want
yeah,
to improve, you can't. So a lot of like you want to compare in terms of like you see what a master does and you want to emulate it or you want to like learn
yeah,
from it. But unfortunately, comparison is the death
thief
of
of joy,
joy. Yeah.
yeah.
So so it kind of is a slippery slope and you have to desperately avoid that even though it's really hard not to fall into that.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Um, yeah, so that was why I was just like, I got to a point where I was just like, I can't do this anymore. And then, but now I can like sit back, do those things, and not like place my value or worth into them. So it's like great.
That's good. I mean, yeah, I think it's a lesson a lot of people
Yeah, like I
will have
definitely
to learn.
I sank back into it when I was playing Valorant in 2023. That was like my biggest downfall. Is I just slipped back into
Yes.
that where I was just like grinding comp and ranked for like 13-hour streams back to back every day.
I
And I
do
was like,
remember that period of your time.
yeah, it was really bad. I was severely placing my worth on my Valorant comp games,
How is
which is
chat how does chat your chat, sorry, look
yeah.
back on that
Oh, they're so
moment
glad
of
it's
your
over.
stream? We're so glad it's over.
Yeah, we'll call it like the incident or something. Like it was a bad bad stretch for sure. It was yeah, it was bad.
It was bad.
It
It
was
was
bad.
bad. Okay, good. Yo, good job, Drax Chat, for sticking by with it. He
Yo,
needed
you say
support and you
thank you so much for the
provided for him.
follow.
He needed
Oh
your
yeah,
help
no,
and you were there.
I'm so glad for the people that like sat there and endured all of that because it was awful.
I'd imagine so. I mean, what Valorant
It was
does.
definitely not a good viewer experience or any of that.
Oh, it's hard, dude. I feel like I'm still at the point where I don't know how to balance what I want with like what would be entertaining as a
I think it's
for a
always a
viewer.
matter of 70-30. I know I think Chibidoki did like a Twitter thing where she was helping people and someone asked that exact question. She was like, "Yeah, just 70-30 it." Where it's like 70% things you want to do and then 30% things that like your chat would want to do or like enjoy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't even know what chat. What do you even enjoy? I don't know what my chat
Also, it's,
enjoys.
it's like those big mainstream things, right? Like what's poppin', what's popular. Um,
But I don't think my chat would. I don't know if
like
my
for
chat would be
me,
interested in Marvel Rivals, for instance, and that's what's popular.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, but that's also because like you've cultivated that too.
That's
Like
true.
for
We're
example,
cultivating, like in
I
Tales of Gods and Demons, we're cultivating
stop. I
chat.
knew you were
We're
gonna say that.
cultivating.
I hate comfy games. I cannot sit down and
Stardew
play.
Valley. I promised Zay I'd get you into Stardew Valley though. I
I
promised.
know, I know, I know. I cannot do that type of stuff. So every now and then I will still do like an every now and then super rare like comfy game stream.
Mm.
Um, but then at the same time, it's like I intrinsically know. Like I'm glad I'm making chat happy by doing it, but I also know that because I'm not really enjoying it, like the actual entertainment value of this stream is a little lower. But it's like
Yeah.
I'm still like doing my best to like enjoy it and like all that stuff. But it's such a different pace from like what I would enjoy. So plus, there's no
Mm.
harm in trying stuff,
That's true. I think
and
no.
you can
I
always switch the game. Like if you're really like, I'm like, fuck, I am not liking this
break
game.
this.
Sorry, chat.
Pivot.
We're playing something else.
Time to pivot, chat.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I'm not really sure. I just find it hard. I just feel like I can't be excited. I can't feign an excitement. Like if I'm excited about something, I'm excited about it. If I'm not excited
Yeah.
about
No.
it,
No. No.
it's very
100%.
obvious.
It's definitely something that like I don't know. You almost learn as a streamer. I think
Yeah. That's what I'm
weird
saying.
way.
Still learning it, unfortunately. For me,
Yeah.
unfortunately
Me.
for
Me
me.
too. I'm
Um
trying to like
yeah.
relearn it almost because I used to be like that, but now I'm so like I'm so I've been so monotone like for the past 2 years. It sucks.
I don't I mean, does it suck? I mean,
For me it does, right? Like I maybe like it doesn't suck for everyone, but for me I'm looking back at how my streams used to be, how my interactions used to be, and I'm like,
mm,
man, I miss being really fucking loud and hyper and like bouncing on the walls and cursed. Like I was the cursed VTuber like for a long time. And now I'm like, dude, there's like none of that left right now. And I'm like, cool. I'm glad I'm sedated. I'm glad I'm feeling more relaxed from all my illnesses and problems that I had.
mm.
But it's like, okay, cool. I would love to go back to that minus the problems. I'm ready to go back
Mm.
now.
I So, thank God we're both very even keeled, normal people. I mean, I never yell,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, I never,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not cursed ever. We've never talked about anything weird. Um,
Yeah, it's
but
not
yeah,
like you have
that
an annoying orange mango VTuber model.
okay. It was a gift, all right, man. So like, obviously, I have to use it. It was a gift, or else I'm just being I'm just being, like I'm not being grateful.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
come
yeah.
on, let's be real here.
From an Asian
Um,
person to an Asian person, I understand.
but on a real note, yeah, I feel like how they say like art and like that kind of like dark, like not darkness, but like kind of like
Hmm.
mental, that kind of not problems. I don't want to say problems, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they
no,
kind of
I
go
know
hand in
what
hand.
you're
So
saying.
like some people, some like artists are afraid to get medicated because they think it'll ruin their
Yeah,
creative process. And
I
it's
know.
unfortunate because you can't even completely say no, that's not true.
Yeah,
Because a lot of artists completely change what their sound like is like if they're a musician, their sound or like their art.
yeah,
Like it's just different. Like your art reflects your mental place at the time.
yeah.
And if you're healthier, it's not gonna have that dark like Neon Genesis Evangelion. Spoilers. I'll let people, leave the room for like a minute right now. The last movie, very positive,
Yeah,
a very kind of heel turn situation because the artist was in a better like mental space. Like his
yeah.
perception on like where we're headed as a people or whatever, it was way better. So it reflected on the movie, and it didn't have that like kind of like darkness. The
Guys, I
other
need him to remake the movie in today's
maybe it was that too, but
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel like it was mostly I don't know, it was just a reflection of where he was mentally, I think.
Yeah, no,
Um
of course.
and on the alternate flip side, unfortunately, I don't mean this in any mean way, but Cage the Elephant um is one of my favorite like rock bands.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
and I haven't liked their sound recently, and
Uh-huh.
I think it does tie into the fact that he medicated. He got rid of a lot of the issues he was dealing with, which I'm grateful for, and I don't want him to
Yeah.
change. But um, it's kind of
No,
changed
I
this
get it.
sound, and it's not something
Yeah.
I vibe with. I'm sure other people do, but it's not been for me.
Yeah.
So it does change, and it even like even when I was like getting the vocal polyp removed from my voice, I was kind of
Uh-huh.
afraid that people wouldn't like whatever I sounded with coming out, even if like there's
Yeah.
a fear of just losing my voice completely. It was like a 0.1% chance or something crazy.
Uh-huh.
Surely like, but I was afraid like, oh, what if I come out and people just don't like what I sound like? And I would stand by
I
that
feel
saying
that.
like, some people did like me sounding sick more than I do sound now.
Uh-huh.
Um but that is an okay trade-off for me.
Yeah.
I think so.
Of course.
Because I listen to myself back then. I'm like, God, I remember how much I had to force my voice constantly.
Yeah.
So thank God for that. Um,
Totally.
yeah.
No, I get that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like for me, it's like I think. I mean, I don't want to like talk about it. It's like I don't want to like trauma dump like all this boring streamer struggle stuff. But
Oh,
like,
I
there's
get it.
definitely
Yeah.
like that like oh that lack of like growth or response as a creator, like both as a creative doing art and
Mm-hmm.
as like a creator making content, where it's like after like lacking in reception, um like numbers on whatever platform or whatever, it's very hard to like just ignore the numbers, it's obviously great advice, um you know but it's
Yeah.
always very difficult because it's pretty pivotal into
Well,
how you're
I
doing things,
think
especially if you want to like plan like how much, like what to prioritize things in. um
there. I just think. I mean, I completely agree, but it's kind of like all art. I feel like is meant to be shared.
oh,
So
100%.
when you don't have that response, that can hurt, right? Because you wanted to share
Yeah.
it and people weren't receptive, and maybe it feels personal, maybe it's another reason, maybe you just don't feel like you're succeeding, but it's very real, and it's difficult. I
Oh,
agree, it's very
100%.
very difficult.
Yeah.
Um,
um exactly, and it's like I think um it's it's fine, but I think like a lot of it too is like I just like it's like I don't want to say burnout
mhm,
is why I'm here. It's like I think I went to burnout, and then now it's relaxed, and like I'm very chill now.
mhm,
Um I just need to gain that like just that little bit of motive, like a little bit of anxiety, just to like motivate myself again. But obviously
mhm.
not in like a horrible, unrealistic, the world is ending kind of way. Just that,
Yeah,
just a little bit of little push again. But it's also like I know that my chat's wonderful. I know that regardless of what happens, like I don't have to rush it or anything. Like they'll be waiting.
yeah, yeah, of course. I just think a lot
I think
of,
that's the plus side.
yeah, it's really important to have that cognitive
Ketamine
like
hit.
ketamine. Okay, maybe not ketamine, it's not
Someone
important.
said the ketamine hit.
What? I think it's very important to have that cognitive like awareness to be able to
Yeah.
identify what your thought processes are and what is like actively hurting you in your thought
Mhm.
processes. Even just saying it out loud, sometimes even just vocalizing that like, hey, I'm thinking I'm in a negative spiral, is
Yeah.
enough to get you out of it.
No. Yeah. 100%. How you feeling about
I hate it. I'm
your
in a negative
creations?
spiral.
Me too. We've got we've got like 30 minutes left.
What? We're
Or
timed?
well, I mean, we're not necessarily timed. But I do have to. I do have a class.
Oh my god. Cancel the class. I need to finish my
Oh, you're
art.
right. You're right.
No.
All right. Sorry, Professor Mango Framer said I have to
I'm being held
finish this
hostage. To
stream.
say you're being held hostage, don't clarify.
Yeah.
Oh my
Sorry,
god, I
Professor. This
forgot.
internet mango is locked me up in his basement.
Yep, you're not allowed out until you finish your gosh darn drawing. I'm just gonna say it.
Can't leave till I finish 10 reps of OCs.
true. Well, I guess I'm not gonna color this then.
I'm
um,
probably just gonna like go under it with a quick like color splotch or something maybe.
I think I'm just gonna wing it in a
And like,
different way.
obviously, if you like what you've done, you can always work on it after.
The immediate panic when Drax said 30 minutes. Oh my god. I was like, what? What? No, 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 no. He must have been. He
Say
must
it
have
ain't
misspoke.
so.
He must have misspoke or something. There's no way. There's no way he meant that. I mean, he's talking about ketamine and now he's talking about a time limit. Maybe he is
Oh,
Elon Musk.
so what have you done recently? Oh, by the way, 30 minutes.
Yeah. By the way, you've got 30 seconds actually, and then you got to turn
10
in your
seconds
test.
to breathe.
Do you? Oh my god. Well, I guess you're still in school. I still wake up
Yeah.
thinking I'm late for class.
Uh, I luckily have never had a class that is earlier than 12:30 yet. Um, and my sleep schedule is very much so I go to bed at 11:30 to 12 every night, and I wake up at 7:30 every morning. Um, so luckily I've never had to worry about being late to class like ever, but I could
That's good.
understand that.
Um, you're right, chat. I should be doing time trials. Well, I do time. I do gesture posing, and I do it like one
I
minute
hate
or two
it's
minutes.
something I have to do, but I fucking hate gesture drawing.
I actually really like it, but I think it's because my current like inspirations all do
Mm,
like really good anatomy, and that's like something I
yeah,
admire of them. I want to emulate it. I'm with you.
like
It sucks.
I do it and I'm just like I don't think I got anything out of it. I'm going to stop doing it. And then it's like but I know that's not the case. I know I have to keep doing it.
You gotta keep doing it.
Got to do the
You
thing, but
gotta
I
do
don't
the
want
thing. You
to.
have to do the thing. You have to eat your veggies. You have to do
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
it.
Want to eat my veggies.
Mom says you have to eat your veggies.
Wanna
The unfortunate truth of drawing. Eating your veggies.
1984.
1980. This is literally 1984. I'm just gonna say it. I'm glad someone said it.
I hate what I've drawn.
I love what you've drawn
Ugh.
personally. Not
Thank
that I've
you.
seen
I love
it,
what
but
you've drawn.
oh
Me,
my
me
god.
neither. But I love what you've drawn.
Thank you. The thing is, I know I'm nowhere near because I've literally large. I can't multitask, so when we talk, I kind of like put down the pen half the time.
No, me too. Me too.
And I'm like, oh shit, time limit. Great.
And it's like because my concentration split, my like brainstorming of creative ideas have also split.
Yes, yes, exactly.
I don't want it
What's your
to.
opinion on the Loomis method? You know, for heads, I'm learning it, but I think it's hard. I think the Loomis method is really
Ah,
good as a basis on forming like, your own process of drawing heads.
yeah.
I don't think you have to strictly follow the Loomis method forever, but it'll help inform how you draw, how you style the heads going forward.
It's
But I
also
also think
good
it's really
to
hard.
yeah. It's good to understand like the it in space as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, I think it's really helpful. It's again, it's eating your vegetables. I think
Yeah.
um, there's a reason it exists, but you'll talk to a lot of artists or you'll see a lot of artists and they'll be like, yeah, I don't really use that, but I did
Yeah.
used to.
Yeah.
Um, so
No,
you won't have to
exactly.
do it forever.
Oh, I remember doing it in middle school.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of stuff. That's like gesture drawing, that's Loomis method. It's all building a foundation that you can like, that going forward that you'll be building further upon.
Yeah.
Um, yes. So, um, it's hard, especially when you begin. It's hard because a Loomis method is just kind of difficult starting out, I think. Like it's very it's very sterile in the form of like, oh, just do this, and then do this, then do this.
Yeah.
And they don't really tell you the reasons. They just kind of well, I mean, depending on if you're getting it from a teacher, they probably do tell you the reasons. Um, but it's just kind of like hard to stomach. It was hard for me to stomach starting to draw.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also when you learn anything new, I think it's
Mhm.
always very hard to remind yourself that how to like apply what you're learning, because it's one thing to just do the Loomis method, draw a bunch of heads, and then
Mhm.
like take it what you've learned from it and like apply it to like something that you want to do, like a real
Yes.
example.
Yes. Um, it's just one of those. I think when you're starting out to draw, you just draw what you want. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And then
Yeah.
maybe for me, the motivation to do that kind of stuff comes after like I figure out what I want to draw and what like so there's two things. You like get the motivation and then you get the motivation to learn because you just want to draw. You want to draw more. You want to eat that
Yeah.
stuff up. But later on, when you get further into drawing, you have to learn how to be able to draw without having that motivation. You've got to have like you've got to have a self curriculum installed, or else like sometimes you just like I won't draw for months because I didn't instill that. So I have to wait for my motivation. But if you really want to like
Mm.
draw more and more and more, especially if you're doing it as a career path. You just kind of have to, um,
Gotta lock in.
yeah, you've just got to lock in. You've got to be able to draw without having that like innate motivation. You've got to create the
Yeah.
motivation, I guess, um, which is just kind of difficult.
Yeah, that's why like I sometimes definitely think like just doing master studies is also great.
Yes, I agree completely. And it doesn't even have to be like the literal masters, like the Van
Yeah,
Goghs
yeah.
or whatever. It could
No,
just
yeah, you
be
just do
like,
artists that you like.
yeah,
Literally just do artists that you like.
yeah, just search on Blue Sky or whatever, or like games you enjoy, and just see what they do and what you like. Like some people would even just like Genshin Impact, like the splash arts, like little circles that the characters the characters come in when they pop out of your wishing star.
Your wishing star.
I don't know what they're called. I played Genshin for like a month. um, I don't actually really like Genshin designs too much, so it didn't stick with me.
That's fair.
Um, that's why ZZZ I think pulled me in because I really like their designs. It's very eclectic, but also
Hmm.
very focused. Like there isn't like the design noise where they're just like doing it to do it. They're not just putting a hole in your
Hmm.
jacket just to put it. Well, sometimes they do, if I'm being honest, but there
I
isn't as
think I
much
think
of it.
there's some my take on like Genshin and Hoyo designs is like half of them are great and half of them suck.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yep.
There's some of them where I'm like, oh, this is super cool, but then it's like I'm also speaking out of my biases of like what type of themes and designs I like. So
Hmm.
it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, this is good, this is bad.
Yeah, it's not really. I mean, it's not my place to say like what's good or bad. It's just I don't like it. I do like it, or I
Yeah,
don't like it. Mm,
exactly.
I just think drawing is cool for me. I really do like learning.
Uh,
So like I mean, you can never stop learning when it comes to drawing, so that's good in terms of what I'm interested
that's
in.
yeah,
But it gives you like option paralysis, where it's like there are so many things I could be working on that I don't know what I want to work on. And every time I work on
yeah,
something, I see another flaw, and I'm like, oh god, but I should really learn to do like for a while. Every art piece, I try to learn something, right? Like I do like a big art
yeah,
piece, and I try to learn something. I don't think that's bad, but if it burns you out, you should
yeah.
stop. You should be able to find like kind of your guilty pleasure drawings. Like I find I
Oh
like
yeah,
drawing Pokemon, so I'll
oh
draw
yeah.
little Pokemon related thingies to relax or to do like between my
Hmm.
veggies. I am drawing Pokemon.
No, that's valid. I think you always got to find that balance of like drawing for pleasure and drawing for progress. Like you
Mhm.
cannot do well, no, you could only draw for pleasure. That's completely valid, but like you won't really make it far if you only draw for progress.
Yeah, you won't improve your art, I think, or you'll improve way
Hmm.
slower probably.
Yeah. that burnout will hit.
Oh, it's gonna hit hard. Hmm.
Yeah, dude. I speaking of like the Marvel Rivals thing, I know it's completely like sidetrack tangent,
Mhm.
but in my classes, I've been having like presentations, and there's been a lot of themes of there's been a lot of like it's like the texts that we've been reading, a lot of them have been like legal proceedings.
Okay.
um the amount of times the word judge, jury, or
Jury
executioner
and
are in some kind of
executioner.
combination together. I'll be falling asleep
Uh,
in that class and someone else is giving a presentation, and I'll
you
just hear
break
the
out it.
words judge and executioner, or the judge and jury, and I'll just be like, where am I?
Oh God, he's actually having his Normandy flashback.
I really am. Like, oh my god.
Oh my God, he's like that one scene of who is it? It's Willem Dafoe looking up into the sky in horror.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know what
yeah,
movie
yeah.
that's from. I just see
I don't
it.
even know either, but I know what you're
You just
talking about.
I hear someone say legendary. I'm already looking at the sky in big
Legendary.
horror. Oh jeez, don't let it be me. Not again.
It's so over for us.
You know, it's cooked. It's definitely cooked. Mm.
I'll just like suddenly wake up in class like, oh god, it's almost time for my next class. Thanks for waking me up, Punisher.
Thanks for waking me up, Punisher. So glad you're here. Couldn't have done it without you.
I just sometimes what were there any subjects growing up that you just did not like? Or was it more of a
Mm.
what's it called? More of a professor class situation?
Probably Professor Class.
Yeah.
I am particularly bad at language studies, but I think that
Hmm.
speaks more to I just have a bad study ethic because I was able to coast for so long.
Oh
Like I
no no
was,
no, me too. Me
yeah,
too.
I was good enough to be able to be like, yeah, I don't need to practice algebra or anything. I'm good enough with it. And then calculus hit, and I'm getting shell shocked. I'm like, oh no,
This is
no.
our soul eater resonance.
Yeah, what are you, what are they talking about? But yeah,
I have yet to hit that block, and I probably won't, but I always get anxious about when I will, because I still have yet to study in my life.
mm,
Um, I have been carried throughout my entire academic history by my memory, and I
mhm, mhm,
sometimes I'm
mhm.
like, okay, as I advance through college and stuff, I'm like, okay, one of these days, I hasn't done it yet, but one of these days, I'm not gonna be able to get away with it, and it's gonna suck.
It is gonna suck. Well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, you could probably if you're this far. I mean, maybe when you get to grad school, it'll be hellish. It'll be hell on earth, or whatever your post grad is.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I need to use the restroom. So can I use the rest? I've been holding it in for 2 hours.
No,
I need to go. I need to go, man.
no, it's Mayu.
Okay,
No, I'm
I'll
just kidding. On the
stay.
school
I'll
topic, yes,
stay.
go piss,
Ah,
girl.
oh God.
Anyways, what the heck was up with that guy? uh, the hell was up with that guy, man? Piss tuber man. Hi Fern, thank you for the follow, guys. Wake me up. Now that it's just you and me, chat, how do we feel about it? Do we like this so far? Remember the words were turtle and steampunk. Oh my god, it's this persona. Ooh. Love it. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I might come back to this, develop it some more, but
Armed and dangerous.
dangerous
Sorry.
again.
Again. Yeah, I had to go for 2 hours. That's why I had to run. Sorry, what were you
Bro
talking
was
about?
bro was holding that bag in.
I was, dude. It's a podcast. If I'm not here, it's just you, and then I feel like I've left you to the wolves.
Are you calling your chat wolves?
Yeah.
Mango's chat. I wouldn't main gang. I wouldn't take that if I were you.
You guys have two wolves inside of you guys. That's powerful stuff, chat. Never
Is.
let society take it away from you.
Ba-ba, ba-bam-ba-dam.
Bum 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 bum.
I'm excited to see what you've cooked up.
I'm not excited to show you
I'm
it.
not excited to show you mine either. uh, we we
Maybe. What I'll say? Armed
armed and
and dangerous.
armed
Oh, he's armed.
and armed and armed and armed.
He is so armed right now. It is crazy.
Do you have anything you were like what's it called? Have you ever considered like a secondary art style?
Secondary. I'm still trying to find my first art style. What do you
That's
mean?
no, that's fair. Me too. But have you ever been like, oh, I can't choose between two very contrasting
Yeah,
art styles
there
that I
are two
like?
do. There are absolutely. There's two dualities. So there's the monster
Yeah,
prom style. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
angular,
yeah.
kind of cartoonish, simplified faces,
Mm,
good shape language focus. And then there's the other
mm,
ones where it's more like Pcat and Godiva Ghouls art style, very
yeah.
lined, semi-realism,
Mm,
uh, like hatching, for detail. So those two really pull at me, and I love them
mm,
both so much, and I don't really know what I'd want to focus on. So I never really focus on either one.
I almost feel like I'm in the opposite, where like I really want to have an alternate art style that's the very Zenless Zone Zero stickers, panty stocking, and monster
Okay.
prom type of art
Oh,
style.
yeah.
That's
Then
totally what I want to
then why not?
have as a little alternate. Maybe I'll just make an alternate Twitter account. Oh, this is another question I have. Oh my god, I know I posted it on Twitter,
Hmm.
but what do you feel? How do you feel about the whole, the whole like Twitter AI thing in November?
No, I actually don't.
The whole like it was like the whole change that like all posts on Twitter are automatically fed to the AI kind of thing. And
Oh.
like so a lot of
Mhm.
artists initially saw that and were like, oh, we're going to Blue Sky. So I've been like still very hung up on that. And I'm still like, I don't know if I should keep posting on Blue Sky exclusively or just say like it honestly doesn't matter if AI is going to get to it, AI is going to get to it, and just post on Twitter too.
I think it's hard. I think that's just difficult.
It's a very I feel like it's been a very frustrating past 2 years for
Yeah,
artists.
it's just kind of a lose-lose situation,
It really
honestly,
is.
where artists already are like, you struggle to get exposure, like get your stuff out
Yeah.
there, and you struggle to like, just want to show your art in a environment that feels like it's sometimes against you with like the
Mm.
algorithms and Elon Musk or whoever out there. Uh,
Yeah.
and I just don't think there is a completely correct answer that satisfies every artist. So I think it's just kind of
Mm.
a your personal call. I mean, like as long as you're like, I mean, there's a baseline you're against AI and you don't support it and you do
Yeah.
this and that. But then the stuff like posting on Twitter and stuff like that is kind of it's just very difficult. It's very difficult
Mm.
if you want to make it a living or if you want to like just show your work out there. It's hard.
Yeah.
I think I mostly post my stuff on only Blue Sky, but I don't think the algorithm's taking my art particularly, so it doesn't affect me as much.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
yeah, just it's not a win. There's no winning.
There really isn't. I think
Mhm.
also it's just that like no, I mean it's like you said, there really is just no winning with it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But yeah, because I've been like trying to debate. I'm like, dude, do I just go back to posting on Twitter and like just say, hey, like I'm just gonna go for more exposure, and keep growing on Twitter, or do I like try to be more morally superior and ethical about it all and go to like Blue Sky? And it's like, oh well, what about all the people who glaze in Nightshade? But then it's like, oh well, people are gonna find ways around it. It's just like it's a very uphill battle. It's very guys. Sisyphus is just a modern day artist. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult. I just um it's hard. I mean, like Pinterest is overwhelmingly like AI
AI now.
garbage,
Oh
Google
god, that was
search.
like my biggest. Oh, I just my heart sank when I would view Pinterest nowadays.
Yeah, just it's hard. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just no good solutions out there, honestly.
I love that as we're talking about this horrifically depressing dystopian topic, like that that song on the playlist right now that's playing for me is just called The Ever Infinite Nothing, and it's just straight up like sounds of the void and depression. I gotta switch that up.
You're hurting your chat's like make it stop, please. I came here for vibes. I came here for
I came
vibes.
here for vibes, not reality.
Not reality. I still have Pinterest for inspo and pretty art, but now it's just AI. Yeah, it's bad. It's really
Yeah,
bad.
me too.
I have to
At
search
this
on
point,
Google Images and I just do before 2022 or something.
oh, that's smart. At this point, I've just been like going on Twitter,
Hmm.
and like every time I see any art, I like it and add it to my ref board
Yeah.
as to save it for later. I'm just like, if I'm not gonna if I find anything remotely cool, I'll just put it there, and I'll just use Pinterest for like more realistic inspiration. Not even for like inspiration anymore. It's more just like for like referencing poses or stuff.
Oh, I just save like fits and stuff. Like if I see like a cool fit
Yeah.
on Pinterest, I save that. That's all.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so for me it's just a fit board. I see techwear, I save it or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm. Oh, K Bizuru, thank you. Oh, sorry, I meant to mute.
You're good, you're good. If you had
Okay, okay.
another outfit for Mango
Yeah.
then, would you
Oh,
make a techwear outfit?
no, I wouldn't. I like
No.
drawing streetwear and techwear, but I don't think it's me. I think I'd keep the witch aesthetic, and I
Oh.
like the simplicity of my design. Not in an insulting way, but like, you just see
Hmm.
me, and I just got like this weird schmuck shirt, and a robe and a hat, and like the most detail I have is like in my hair, I guess. So
Yeah.
I kind of like that. It's easy to draw.
So do you wear techwear IRL?
No, no, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
told you
just like
I
a
collect sweaters.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mostly
That's why I was
sweaters
just
and
like a
bags.
little like, confused because like, what's the techwear mood board for then? Just
It's just fun to draw. I don't know.
it's fun to
Just really
draw.
fun to
Fair.
draw
I see. I
for
see. I
me.
see.
Yeah. Um it's just I don't know. I think I want to get better. I want to do a lot of fabric studies is what I would love to
Hmm.
do if I just sat down and just drew. If I had to
Right.
choose my next vegetable plate, it'd be fabric studies, I would say.
Hmm.
Um
I think
I
fabric
just think
studies would be a later vegetable plate for me.
really that makes
Right
sense.
now, my biggest vegetable plate is colors. I look at all my art that I've posted, and there's just a very called. I just have never been happy with how my colors look and all that. Like I'll be like, okay, this looks great in the line art phase or in the sketch phase or any of
Mm,
that, and then it's like I add colors. I'm like, it doesn't look as it looks flatter than I want, or it looks dustier than I want, or whatever. There's just like a
that makes
certain
sense.
missing color choices and all that. It's like, oh,
Y- y-
I
No, I
want.
get that completely. I'm very unsatisfied with my color, not color, my rendering, I guess. I think I'm
Hmm.
okay. I'm not good at flats, but I'm
Thank you,
happy where I am,
Kay.
I guess.
Yeah, I get that. I think yeah, like there's definitely I think color theory and understanding colors and all that is
Mhm.
definitely like probably should be my bigger priority for this year.
Yeah, I just
That's my
again,
big next
there's
step.
that's what I like about drawing. There's so much stuff I could be learning.
There is. Yeah.
Um, which I think is overwhelming at first. I think it turns a lot of people away.
100%. Like this it's it's I just love learning, man. I just love learning.
Yeah, learning's amazing, especially when you get something right. Like the first when it
Yeah.
took me a while to like a piece I drew, but when I finally liked it, I'm like, oh, this feels amazing.
Hmm. Like what if you could have any superpower, like what would you choose?
If I had any superpower, what would I
Yeah.
choose? I mean, there are some broken superpowers. I assume you're not talking about like literally just Superman because that would be
No, 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 like
broken.
a specific like power. Like for me, it really has to be time manipulation. And it's like I know a lot of people are
Mm.
like, oh, gross time
Hyperbolic time
manipulation.
chamber, everything.
But it's like, dude, I could sit down in a library, stop time, and just
Just
patiently
chill.
learn at my
Yeah.
own pace anything I
Yeah.
want.
Yep. That is true. I guess that would be really good. Like even just the ability to not have to sleep, just
Yeah.
double your like potential time.
Hmm.
Um I like
Cause
that. I don't
like
know.
I
Yeah.
low key, under the pretense that like, oh, if I was an immortal being or whatever, it's like, dude, I would just sit down and learn every subject. I would literally just be a complete nerd for like my immortal life. Like even now, it's like, dude, there's so
You
many
said
like I
my
want to
immortal
try
and I got flashbanged again. I'm so sorry.
my immortal what from what?
No, my immortal like
Oh,
the
Valorant.
fanfic. No, the fanfic.
Oh,
Oh my.
oh, I don't know the fanfic.
Oh, never mind, never mind. Keep going. Sorry. Keep going,
That's
keep
why I
going.
asked. Yeah, because I was like, oh my god, if like I want to try like every arts and crafts activity, every instrument, every
Mhm.
sport. Like
Do you play
get a
instruments?
no, I don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
am so musically like challenged.
Me too. Me too. Okay, I'm glad we're in it
um,
together then.
it's just like I would love to like learn how to do every hobby and every like I would like to like almost like get a degree in everything. It's like I would totally love to sit down and just learn. But we're just always so limited by like, what we can do.
Hmm. I do agree. There's so many things you could like. I'd like to learn video editing for like
Mm.
streaming and stuff, but
Mhm.
realistically, I don't know. I'd have to. I feel like for me, I'd have to give up drawing or something. It's just not something I
Yeah,
really
like
want to
it's
do.
like you have to I hate that part of mortality where you just had to prioritize. It's like I don't want to prioritize.
Yeah, just
I
I
want to be
don't.
greedy. I want to do everything.
Yeah, I wanna learn to draw, and I wanna learn to video
Exactly.
edit, and I wanna be a better streamer.
Exactly. Like even when I narrow it down like that, it's still so hard.
Yeah, no, I mean, they have that
Hi
saying about like
Star.
how long it takes to like pick up a skill and then master a skill. It's
Huh.
true.
Do be.
Radiating. How many? What's our time limit? What did you say it was again?
Probably like 5 more minutes.
I'm going to piss myself. I'm just
Going insane.
crazy how this locked me in a room. Dun, 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 dun.
Chat, what are we feeling? This kind of like weird, like the news boy hat kind of vibe, or the top hat from earlier? What are we feeling? What are we feeling? I can't choose right
How
now.
long have you been drawing?
Like in general?
Um, when did you make a conscious effort? Well, no, that's not the
When
right
did I
answer.
like try to learn?
Yeah. When did you try to like really learn?
2021 when I wanted to become a VTuber.
Oh, okay. I guess you did kind of get to, yeah. That makes
Yeah, because
sense.
I was like, oh, damn, my ass is broke. But you know what? I'm not broke on free time. It's COVID
True.
and I'm in high school.
Time to draw. I don't think I knew anyone in my high school who like went to my high
Mm,
school who like pursued any type of like drawing,
yeah.
like creative
So I was just
endeavor.
like, damn, got way too much free time and motivation, and I'm broke as fuck.
Actually, that's not true. Someone I went with, I guess this is a creative endeavor, yeah. Someone I went with who was like super like religious and stuff like that, was gonna on his way to becoming, I don't know, like going to the seminary to be a priest. Is not, I think last I checked is doing drag shows. So kind of based for
Mm-hmm.
him. That's like a pretty cool creative endeavor that I mean, is above
Mm.
my head, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say like I really started drawing seriously like 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang, you made progress. I do you like how do you feel when somebody says your art has improved like so much, or looks so
Um,
good?
I'm indifferent about it. I understand both sides of like enjoying it and like not liking it,
Mm-hmm.
but like
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't care because like only because at the end of the day, only I'm gonna be able to determine if I like the progress I made or not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like there are some times where I'll look at old art and be like, God damn, thank God I made this progress. Like I improved a lot, and I can like point out specifically from piece to piece. It'll be like a 1 week difference, and I'll make like a world's like massive jump, and then I'll go like months with no jump, and then I'll jump again, and it's like a lot of times I will end up not liking art that I make, and then I'll like it, and I mean it's like every artist, right? But there's
Yeah.
definitely like I think since maybe what was it 2023 2023 was probably my peak era of art in terms of what I liked, where I was like happy with everything I was drawing. I was like 2023 I was like everything I'm doing looks great. And
Mm-hmm.
then after 2023 I was like, ugh. Like I love what I'm conceptualizing. I think it always looks good as a sketch, but then I've never been really happy with the finished products in the past couple in the past year and a half. It's just always been like
Mm-hmm.
it looks good, but something's off. Like it's just like everything. Like I love it all, but I also don't love it all, and it's like something's off. I don't know what it is.
I mean, you've heard of that like a plateauing thing, right? Like, you improve
Yeah,
and then you like your art and then you don't like your art and you improve and you don't
of
improve.
course.
Yeah, the
And I think like
seesaw of like learning.
I'm definitely in that like plateauing stage now, which is
Mm-hmm.
why I'm like really trying to like focus and strategically like work on my art this year. I'm like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, we're eating all the vegetables. We're eating
Every
every
veggie,
fucking vegetable
the
right now.
whole buffet.
Yeah, we're consuming them veggies.
That's good. I'm glad. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure
What about
someone
you?
like you could stick to it. Hmm? Me?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I
Yeah,
forgot the
what about you?
question.
What's your opinion on when people say like your art's improved so much or
Oh, the
whatever?
question I asked. Yes.
Yeah.
I I appreciate when people say it, and I don't think they believe me because I always vehemently deny it, or I'm really bad at
Right.
taking it.
Yeah.
And it's mostly, hmm. It's not that I don't think I've improved. It's just
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I just think I could be doing so much more, or I'm not like drawing as much as I want to be,
Mm.
or it's not necessarily that I disagree with them. I'm just focused on like what I could be improving going forward, and that's where my head's at. So like they're complimenting on like, oh, you chose really good color choices, and I'm already thinking about like how I like want to render it, or like I don't like the rendering right now, but here's how I could improve it, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, I mean, yeah, but
I get that
um.
mindset.
I think also when when they give me that compliment, I get like imposter syndrome. It
Mm.
heightens when they say that. I'm like, oh, but thanks. I mean, like I don't know. I mean, like they like comment like, oh, you've gotten really good for drawing for like 2 years or something, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks. And I'm like, ah, but I don't know. It's not. It's just where I. It's just if I am I satisfied with my art, and I don't think I am right now. So it's hard
I
for
think
me
it's
to
a very
accept that.
common artist experience, yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying somebody's improved. You just are complimenting it. You're just kind of
Mm.
saying like what you like about their art. Nothing wrong with that.
Hell yeah. All right.
No,
Are you ready?
don't say it.
I'm not ready either, but
Say it ain't so. Oh, oh. Okay, fine. I don't think I've done a lot, but I am ready. It is a coherent piece that you could probably piece together, perhaps.
yeah, me too. I hope.
Do I post it in the chat, or do you want me to, what are we doing here?
You
What's
can
the
DM
method?
it to me, and then I show my chat, and I'll DM you your, then I'll DM you mine, and you can.
Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
And then we go one by one on the guesses.
One by one. Okay, okay, okay. Let me send you. You showed me mine. Oh, I saved it as a. I saved it incorrectly. PNG. Save. Send.
I'm like happy with the idea I got, but I'm just like, oh fuck, if I like actually sat down and like had the time to flesh this out more, I'm like, oh, I'd be like thick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
I feel it. I feel it. All right.
Oh, okay, okay. So you went the illustration route? I
I did. I did.
feel like I went the character design route.
You. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
my intrinsic like reaction. I'm like, it's like I made this whole show to like stray away from it, and I just went back to my old roots.
No, I mean, okay. I mean, it's a process. You can't just take the first. You can't take the last step as your first step immediately, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. We'll go word by word, or not word by word, but like I'll guess a word, you guess a word.
Okay,
I'm
wait.
gonna
Let
get
me
a.
put up your thing really quickly. I haven't put it up.
All right,
Let me
all right.
just save yours. Um, okay. Save image. Okay. Then, all right. So we're going word by word, and each one
Yeah.
embodies two words specifically. All right.
And so we
Your
yeah
chat is
each
his.
we each have two words, and we're just going one word at a time guessing.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw out skeleton or skull.
Wow, I did not look at the other words. Okay. Am I supposed to tell you if it's right or wrong?
Yeah.
You're wrong. You're dead wrong. How
Okay.
dare you,
All right. All
actually?
right. All right. Your
How?
turn.
I didn't even realize. Oh my god, I never scroll. Wow, there's a lot of words.
Yeah, there's a lot of words.
I'm gonna guess poison.
No.
Oh, that was mine.
Forest?
No.
Ah, okay.
Oh god, I haven't looked at everything. Bacteria?
No.
Oh no. Okay, 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 okay.
Necromancer?
No. Steampunk.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the
Okay, that's
board.
one. One for two, one for two.
Okay, okay,
Uh
okay.
Gothic.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, all right, we're both on the board.
We're on the board. Okay, okay. So I
High
got
game.
steampunk. You had steampunk. Oh my god. At a loss. I really like the chess piece you did, by the way. Like the
Thank
little
you.
the crossed pipes. Oh my god, that little turtle. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at it right now. I'm just appreciating it. Oh my god. Turtles are my favorite animal. I know. Oh my
Oh
god.
fuck yeah,
Freaking
dude.
love it. Oh god, but I don't know what it embodies. I'm just gonna say dark fantasy.
No.
Dang it.
Nature?
No.
It.
Oh gosh. I should have looked at the rest of the stuff.
Feel like I'm never gonna guess now. No, it's okay. Honestly just throw out what you think, and then you could just control F and search up to see if the
Swamp?
word's in there. No.
Okay.
Where's flower?
No. No. Wow, I really just put a
Ooh.
bunch of stuff that was incidentally in your word list, huh?
A little bit, a
um,
little bit.
is there turtle in here? I'm just gonna say turtle.
Turtles, but yeah.
Oh, I
It
didn't
was
even know that
steampunk
was in there.
turtles.
I started
Yeah.
scrolling down and I saw a bunch of animals. I'm like, wait a minute.
No,
I
no,
just
you're good. You're
complimented the
good.
turtle. Is it literally just a turtle?
What is yours?
Death.
Death. So gothic death?
Oh wait, no, it was
Ah.
Gothic Druid. Gothic Druid.
Oh,
Sorry.
druid. Fuck.
Yes.
Okay. I see. Yo,
Yeah,
Kainoka, thank you
yeah.
so much for
Sorry,
the
I
follow. Thank
the
you,
the
thank
druid
you.
specifically. there's a
I
game I've
get it.
been
I get
playing
it.
recently, Unicorn
Uh-huh.
Overlord, where they have the skull on top. So it's been in my
Oh,
brainium.
damn. Okay, okay. I see it. I see it. I was like, fuck, forest, nature. I forgot I put druid in there. Okay. All right. All right. I see it. I see it. What's that in his hand?
Oh, it was a skull, but I didn't have enough time. I rushed like drawing the flower in
Oh,
the eye socket, so
the
I was like,
flower
oh
coming out of the
frick.
eye sockets. Oh, dude, that's giving
Yeah.
have you ever do you know Hell's Paradise?
Yes. Oh my god,
Dude, that's
yeah.
what it reminds me of.
I've been waiting for season 2, man. It's gonna come, right? They're not.
Yeah.
They haven't forgot about us, right?
I know, right?
They won't forget
That's
about us.
fucking sick.
Oh,
Holy
yours is so
shit.
fucking. Yours is so fucking good. I love yours.
No, 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 no.
I love
Yours
your
is
art. No, 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 no. I
beautiful.
love your art. No, 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 no.
No,
No, no, no. Oh my god.
yeah,
He's doing tricks
yeah,
on it. What
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
heck?
You
I like the boots. I don't the boots feel Digimon to me. I don't mean that insultingly.
Digimon?
I mean
I see,
that
I
in a
see.
nice in a happy it bring me to a nice place in my mind. I don't know. I like it. Little turtle is so funny to me. So cute. Or
I know.
tortoise. Oh my god.
I kind
Oh,
of
that makes
almost want
sense.
to
I
like,
just noticed that there's a turtle on that's a shell on her back too. Oh,
I want to
oh
like
man.
cook this up some more later. I might work on this some more and flesh it out. Okay.
I, I
Turtle
wish I
type
could
OC.
I wish I could say the same. I'm just gonna leave it like this.
Nah, you're good. All
I like
right.
your piece.
True. I'm like not too happy with like a lot of the more steampunky elements of it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's all right. It's all right. All
Hey, it
right.
looks good. Turned out good.
Thank you. Thank you. Unfortunately, I do have class soon, so I do have
Yeah.
to head out. But
Mm-hmm,
do you
mm-hmm.
wanna do you wanna double raid someone?
Yeah, I'm down. Do you have? God, I wish I knew who you knew, who I knew, you
Oh, it's
knew.
all good. I could always suggest someone.
Yeah, I mean it's your show, so I'd prefer to raid somebody
Okay.
you want.
All right. All right. Here you go. Go from one artist to another. All right. Let me just.
Yeah, I don't know who this person is, but I'm down.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're like they made their own model as well. They have a web
Mm-hmm.
comic, and I've been like they're one
Oh,
of the artists I found in like my middle school era of looking up speed paints on YouTube. Yeah, super cool. Um, but thank you again so much for coming by. I know it was a little scuffed in terms of figuring out how everything goes, but I hope you had fun with it. I would
no,
definitely reshoot it sometime too.
this was so fun. What the heck? This was so fun.
All right.
I severely enjoyed my time.
Yay, let's go!
Yippee! I hope we can do it. I'm
No,
sure
I,
you.
I I plan on like cycling through artists, but I totally
Mhm,
would
mhm, mhm.
like definitely have repeat artists sometimes too.
Mhm, mhm,
Um,
mhm.
and also just like I gotta get you on for we got Night Rain plans in the future. I gotta see if we can do some
Yeah,
horror game collabs.
gaming.
Yeah, I got because my schedule is planning is that I have planned is alternating between game collabs
Mhm.
one week, art collab next week, game collab, art collab. That's probably how I'm gonna rotate them. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we'll absolutely figure that out.
I mean, I appreciate. I hadn't drawn in like 2 weeks, and I've really wanted to, and you gave me an
Uh
excuse
huh.
to. So I am forever
Fuck yeah,
thankful.
dude.
Thank you so
Yeah, no,
much.
I'd love to. I'm always glad to hang out with you. Definitely one of the coolest people in this community that I've had the
Oh,
pleasure of
stop.
meeting.
You always glaze me, dude. You don't
I
come on.
have
It's
to, bro. I
okay.
have
It's
to. Every time I
okay.
pop into your stream, you make me laugh.
Oh, I'm glad.
I love hanging out with you.
That does make me feel really happy. That I Oh my god. We have to stop talking. I will never stop talking. We'll keep
Me
you'll miss
too,
the
me
class.
too. I'm
Okay,
like,
okay,
okay,
okay.
shit, I gotta get
Sorry,
going.
sorry, sorry,
All
sorry.
right, I will start up the raid,
What's the shared raid
and
message?
we'll.
Do you want to do a shared raid message?
Yeah. What should we do?
Um I I don't even know.
Uh,
I can't think of a single pun between vampires and fruits, unfortunately.
fruit bat raid.
Fruit bat? I'm down. I'm down. There's even a bat and a mango like general emotes that we could
Yeah,
copy.
yeah,
Here, let
yeah.
me find it really quickly.
Okay, let me. All right, we'll do that. Once again, was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining for this.
Yeah, this is really I'm excited to watch your future segments of this.
Yeah, this will be going on YouTube's. Don't mind.
Wait, what did you say?
Most
Sorry, what
likely.
did you say?
I said,
Oh.
and I'll probably be making this a series on YouTube's.
Yeah, no, you have my consent. Is that what you wanted to hear? You have my consent.
Yes, thank you.
I consent. I consent.
Oh my god, thank you. Is this even gonna properly copy? I don't think they're gonna copy paste properly.
That's if it, we're,
Oh well.
yeah,
All
that's
right,
what
3, 2,
2, 1.
1. Out of here.
Yay! Ooh,
Now this is a
ooh.
post collabs awkward silence.
Well, yeah, well, we hear the person that you rated. I mean, I wanted you to talk to
Yeah.
them. Hold on, let me just follow. Bam, huge raid. Huge duo raid.
All right. I gotta rush to class.
Yeah, I hope it was a
Thank you
fruitful
so
day today.
much.
Yeah, no, I'm so
It
honored to
was.
be the first one, truly.
Of course. I was like, I gotta get back into collabing. I got it. And I was like, oh, Mango does art. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm honored. Truly. Thank you. Oh my god, go to class. I'm sorry. We can talk more.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you, thank
so
you, thank you. All
much.
right, we gotta play games sometime. Bye
Yeah, of
bye.
course. Bye.